Evening, evening. Oh, welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing in a very, very, very depressing day in the end, opening day of the season, and we get absolutely smashed. But guys, if you could do a good one for me and smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Lots to unpack today with that performance. We got battered 3-0. And look, if we're being fair, to be honest, it could have been a lot worse. So, look, tonight I don't want to just sit here and say we were awful. Tonight I want to break down why we were so bad, and how much was it because of an understrength lineup? How much was it because of these new players first time playing together? Was it Zerbi got some decisions wrong? Why couldn't Spurs play through Brentford's press? Why did we lose the physical battle? And just how big a problem is that front three? We all know it's massive. I've got some stuff to bring up on the screen to help us through the evening with what we're going to get into. And look, my initial feeling, I'll go welcome you guys in a minute. My initial feeling watching Brentford is that they look like a proper team, right? They look settled, organised, physical, exactly knew what they were trying to do. And Spurs look like a team of strangers. Now, there are reasons for that. 4 new starters, players missing, a team that haven't really played together. So I'm not here saying, look, one game's gone and we're, it's all over, the season's finished. But even with some of those excuses, Tottenham, they should not be getting dominated like that in a game of football. And there were some warning signs today, and they simply cannot be ignored. And look, we've all been kind of building up to it, this game, that we were underprepared, we were undercooked. We've had bad pre-season, we ain't seen the first team together, we ain't got our forwards in. We knew this was coming, but to be honest, we didn't think it'd be that bad. So look, let's welcome in my guests tonight who've taken up their time to join me. Start off with Cookie, mate. You've come off a long stream. How are you, mate? Thank you for joining us.
Big up to you, Dan, Scotty, Ellie. Hope you're all well. Evening to everyone in the chat. I'm sure we're going to get into it tonight. Listen, it's a fucking shambles. Sorry for swearing, Dan, already, but mate, we'll get into it. A big up to everyone who's in. Let's get into it, Dan, once you've introduced, man.
Yeah, just quickly, I just want to have a little bit from you, Cookie. Not long spiel, just a little bit how you're feeling. When you're doing a watch along, it takes a lot of out of you. Then you do a call-in show after. I don't know if you've had time to kind of digest what actually happened today yet, but just kind of your initial thoughts, maybe how you felt through the game, after the game, just quickly, mate.
Just probably after the game, we were sitting there saying, what's really changed on that performance?
Okay.
Obviously, we'd spoken to Ellie as well. Ellie said, look, well, you got to understand, it's a few new players in there that haven't played before, no front line as such. But I think we all knew that going into the game. I was just a bit more disappointed maybe in the way we applied ourselves to the game is the best way to put it. But again, we'll get into that, Dan. But just feel a bit, not even numb really, just sort of
a bit flat.
It was almost like, so I think Nigel said in the chat, it was almost had a little bit of a feel of a pre-season friendly game, and you could see that the players didn't have it in their legs, type of thing. You know what I mean? And I don't know. But big up everyone.
Yeah, cheers, Cookie. Cheers. Big up everyone in the chat. I'll go and say hello to you all in a minute. Scott, evening to you, mate. You've been busy, been on streams tonight. WhatsApp groups, checking out what's going on. How are you? And just your kind of initial thoughts as well before we get into it, mate.
Yeah, I'm good. Good to chat again with Cookie, yourself, Ellie, of course. For me, the biggest concern biggest takeaway I have is that a lot of this was, I don't want to say obvious, but a lot of it is the concerns that some of us had mentioned before the game. And my concern overall is some of the decision making that we're seeing from the club and Zerbi. And I'm not sure, based on that decision making, that we're going to fix the problems that we have at this club this season. So I think we can get into the individual players, and that's not giving them a pass. But my real concern is the decision making that we've seen from this club over the summer. Even as excited we are with the moves and some of the players that have come in, there was a lot of concerning things today from Zerbi. Decisions that he made and decisions that the club put us in here. But it's kind of what you expect if you don't address things properly in the summer, and we saw
Yeah.
that fully on display today.
Oh, Scott, we were talking about it for a while, haven't we? About how underprepared we are. So there's no surprise, I guess, that we could have lost the game away to Brentford. I'm not shocked. It's just the way we lost, which was quite concerning. But cheers, mate, for coming on. And Ellie, how are
Yeah.
you? And just initial thoughts from you as well, Ellie.
Right. Well, I'm going to come from a different angle, right? But it's the same sort of angle, if you know what I mean, because it leads to a crescendo of what was that, right?
Mm.
So my dad was a chef, right? And he used to have this brilliant pressure cooker. And I was fascinated by it as a kid, right? That's how I was today. I was like a pressure cooker. And it was building up, building up, building up. And I had all the last years and the previous season where we finished 17th in that pressure cooker, right? And then it just exploded. And everybody knows that I'm quite polite on YouTube, but off street, I'm very potty mouthed, right? And it was like that. I went into a crescendo of explosion, right? And like my head was going to blow off, literally, because I was so frustrated and so disappointed, and most of all embarrassed, because I thought those players not only let themselves down, they let their manager down, but most of all they let us fans down, because you expect more, regardless if we had our first 11, right? You expect more from those players to fight for the ball, to put your foot in, to try and do something to affect the game. There's not one player, apart maybe Robertson, I would single out, that really did try his best, because he's got experience, the boy, right? I call him a man, actually, not a boy. But on the other side, you've got Archie Gray, who's a boy, as our captain. I thought, you know what I mean? I was shocked. And I applaud Scott, because he called it 3-0, he said, we're going to lose. And we bloody did. So, Scott, you've got ESP, mate. You have.
Ellie, brilliant way. Yeah, look, that was, I totally get you. That's a good way of putting it, Ellie.
Yeah.
And look, I went for 3-0 first, but then I kind of, because of all the optimism and all the kind of positivity in the fan base, it got me down to saying I predicted a draw yesterday on Cookie's show, and I wasn't comfortable with it. But in the end, I did, but I was silly. But when I saw that lineup come out, I was like, nah, that's a loss. That's a loss. We said it in the WhatsApp groups, didn't we? Anyway, let's welcome everyone into the show. I mean, it's good to come on and have a good old chat about it. Anyway, a terrible day to start the season. We've got Wayne in the chat. Big up, Wayne, mate. How are you? Really enjoyed our show on Friday afternoon. It was really interesting to hear an outsider's opinion about the Spurs signing. Really enjoyed it, mate. We'll have to get you back on the channel again. Saying evening all. We got Sonny in the chat. Big up to Sonny. Evening all. Hope you're good. Sonny's saying nothing changes when we play 5 kids who nearly got us relegated last season. Half the team. The right hand side needs changing ASAP. I worry about Charlton. I mean, come on. That's just for worrying about Charlton. Oh, days.
That match.
That is, and they won, didn't they?
West Ham
They win today.
by the way. Just
they
saying.
did. They won. Yeah, 2-1, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guy was keeping me up to date with it because he's
hiding.
Oh, dear me. We got Rain in the chat, man. How are you, Rain? What did you make of it all today, mate? I think I saw you on a show this evening. I think I did. I think I saw your face pop up, mate. Sure you got it out your system. How you doing, man? And we got Terry in the chat. Evening to you, Terry. Hope you're good. Sonny blames Zerbi today for team selection. Yeah, we're going to get into that part. We got Anton in the chat as well. Evening, Dan. Knew this would happen. Our fans and some podcasters were predicting a 3-1 win playing fantasy football. Oh my days. Who was predicting a 3-1 win? Anybody know on the panel? I ain't heard it.
No,
I don't think there's anyone really predicting a win. I know you did, Cookie, but you did say it was vibes.
I've had a bad day because I watched QPR draw 0-0 on the telly. So my husband said, watch, and it was bloody 0-0.
How boring. No goals at all.
Dan, I know you're still introducing. I've got a pipe up. I've got the telly on here and I'm watching the highlights of the Ipswich-Sunderland game. Mm-hmm. Do you know, I'm watching them and I'm thinking, I'm watching these geezers knocking the ball about on both sides. And I'm like, We ain't nowhere near that. What I'm watching on there.
Stop it.
Oh, no.
Ju-
Just go and support
Just
Ipswich.
saying. Just saying.
It's McKenna, right? Ipswich, is that right? McKenna.
Well,
Yeah.
Ipswich are playing some decent
Yeah.
football, and so is Sunderland. It's a fair game, to be fair.
Yeah. What match of the day on? Is it?
It's just
Sky
on the
Sports.
old. Just what's on after what was on the Spurs today. So,
10:20 it starts, isn't it?
We got Rudolph in the chat as well. In the watch along, Sean said something that was spot on. The players we hope to sign for this perfect window will not solve the problems we say today. These were many of the problems from last season. Yeah, fair point. Fair point. Yeah, I get that. And yeah, we're going to break it down. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot, I'm afraid, tonight. I didn't want it to be like that tonight. I just thought it'd be a bit more something we could talk positively about, but it's dire. It's really bad. It's quite worrying, but we don't want to get too carried away. But I mean, people say, and I think, Scott, you sent me a message, oh, there's nothing to worry about. No, well, there is. There is something to worry about. And we're not saying that the season's going to go on and be horrible. We could get it together and get our act together, of course. But we analyze games. This is what we do on YouTube. We come on, we tell you guys what we think. We all speak about it and we break it down. And then if it was a win, we'd be talking about the positives as well. Do you know what I mean? But today is a bad day. It is a bad day, and we can't get away from that. Got Paul in the chat, mate. How you doing, Paul? Evening all. Sorry, mate, I missed your call. I was just dealing with the baby, mate. I hope you're all right. He says, evening all. I don't think we need to panic yet, but I must say I'm very concerned about Van Heck. I think we might have an issue there. Let's see when we have more players in the team. Wonder what you're concerned about, Paul. Let us know in the chat, mate. Let us know a little bit more. I'm sure we'll talk about it anyway when we speak. Binny Guy, how you doing, Binny Guy? Doesn't matter who the manager is. Bottom line, it's, what's this word here? I can't even pronounce it. Nepotism ruined this club all the way. Rotten to the core. Hate this tribalism. If anyone says otherwise, I don't know what to say any longer. Look, Enoch, Levy, them lot, they've caused a lot of pain in the fan base, and some people, they'll never get over it. They'll never get over it. I think that's what I'm taking from that comment, Binny Guy. You just don't trust them at all. Totally get it.
Me and you both, Binny. Me and you both, mate.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, all people on this panel today, oh yeah, we need a lot of convincing. We may not ever be convinced with these owners, but that's the truth. But anyway, big up to you, man. I concur. What happens when you play 5 kids and you get relegated? That's sure. Well, I said to Kay, hello, Kay, evening to you as well. I thought he said hello to you. We got Spanny. Oh, look, what is going on here, man?
Big up, Spanny.
Spanny's
always in our chat. Spanny Tiny. Yeah.
He's got nothing going for him.
Is he all right, Cookie? Do you know this guy?
Sheriff reckons Spanny and him are blood brothers, really.
Spanny Tiny.
He's not a troll then, no? He's all right. He chats football.
He might be a troll. I don't really know him that well, but Spanny, he seems all right. If he gets on your
evening,
tips,
Spanny, mate.
deal
Sorry,
with him,
with a name like that, mate. I don't know if you want to wind up.
Well, listen, he's probably a gooner. He's probably a gooner.
These comments are warming us up, aren't they? They are warming us up.
There you go.
Oh dear, what a day.
I've endorsed you there, Spanny, so don't let me down, by the way, Spanny.
Terry saying, what's this? Van Heck was overhyped. Choosing him over Vucevic will come back to haunt us. Bloody hell, I hope not. I hope not. It's one game. Look, we've got to give him a bit of a chance. Right, yeah. He didn't look great today, but he wasn't one of the worst scorers of the game. I'll tell you that much. I'm going to tell you about the scores of each player in the show today, and he weren't the worst. He was one of the better ones. You might not believe that. Yeah, Aussie answers in the chat. Evening to you as well. How you doing? Bad day in the office. Puts it down at a bad day in the office. But to big club, these things happen. Keeping very level-headed there. No surprise. No surprise.
My Greek brother.
Aussie Ange. Carl, evening to you. What an anticlimax that was. Wasn't it? Wasn't it an anticlimax? It's all expecting like a really good game today. It was just complete spanking. Big up to Jimmy in the chat as well. Yeah, just a few more. I think just make sure I said hello to everyone. We've got Strewboy in the chat as well. Evening to you. And look, I'm serious. I just own my micro. Well, fair play, man. At least you own it. Fair enough.
Oh, damn. My brother made me laugh. He phoned me up and he said we were Bonnie Blue spanked.
Oh, he's laughable.
My brothers are really crude.
Oh, Sheriff's not happy. He's saying you're ignoring him, Dan. What's going
is
on
he?
down
Come
there?
on,
What's
get
going
your
on?
act together, Dan.
Sorry, mate. I've just not got down there yet. What have I missed? What have I missed? Have I
There you
missed
go.
a
I don't know
message
what
from
he's
you?
put. I don't know. Let me have a. I'll scroll back up, see if I can see what
Have
he's
I missed you,
saying.
mate? I'm really sorry. Sorry,
You got a
man. I've just
special
got
Hang on.
download. I
distracted.
don't know
Oh
why.
yeah, I found it. He's put. It's up there at 10:15, Dan. You'll find it at
10:15. Did I miss your
10:15.
comment, mate? Ah,
You'll have to
so
go back
There
sorry,
it
sir.
and
is.
find it.
There it is.
There it
Breaking
Don't
is.
upset the
news.
sheriff.
We are
Sheriff
still
is just confirming what we already know
Sheriff, mate.
at this moment
Yeah.
in time. Anyway, that we
Sorry,
are.
mate. I didn't read
Shit.
your comment out. I
There you
missed it.
go. I'll
Bloody hell.
read
You
it
know what
out
it's
for
like.
you, Sheriff. Don't worry, mate. I'll sort it for you.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much. Anyway, guys,
up
let's
the
crack on. Let's crack on with the show. Let's get into it. I mean, where are we going to start with it, really?
Oh, God.
Let's start off with the lineup. Everyone starts off with the lineup, don't it? So we're going to start off with the lineup. Let me get the lineup on the screen. I mean, when I saw this lineup, oh my God, dearie me. I just could not believe it. I just thought, what is this?
You'd
What
heard the
is
rumours,
this?
though, Dan, hadn't you?
What's that?
About Bergvall. You'd heard the rumours. You posted them earlier during the day about Bergvall playing, didn't you?
Well, it was all that loving affair from Zerbi last night, wasn't it? In his press release. You know, there's a press release and then there's another one late on in the evening, something to do with the press. I don't know, the papers or whatever. And he was singing Bergvall's praises, convinced him he's going to stay. He's got a lot of talent. And you're just thinking, oh no. Oh no. And I thought it'd be in the number 10. I thought, well, at least he's in the number 10. He's not going to give the ball away, but playing him in the double pivot next to Tonali, I thought Tonali probably was looking across there for, oh my God, God help me today. God help me today. So look, we've
saying, send me back to Newcastle, please.
Yeah, exactly. So look,
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here. Yeah, already. Look. At least we've got a sense of humour tonight. I think that's the only way, isn't it? Really? It's the only way to get us going. It's dog shit, man. Absolute dog shit, man, today. Oh dear. Look, so we got the Van Eyck starting there, Senesi starting, Robertson starting, Tonali starting. So four of the new players in. And then we got Archie Gray captain the side at right back, which is just no one can
Do
run.
me a favour, will
Maybe
you?
Ian does. I don't know what Ian said about the captain. Did he say anything about it, guys? Have we heard anything from Lubo? He's a big fan of Gray.
He wasn't happy that Gray was captain.
Okay, fair enough. At least he called it out. Because I know he's a big fan of him.
Shocking decision.
No, Ian, credit to Lubo. He said Gray should not have been captain. You said he would have had Tonali.
Good stuff. Good boy,
It's like
Lubo.
getting a babysitter in, and the babysitter is dominated by the little kid.
Oh, dear.
Oh my God.
So, like I said, we got that Bergvall there starting alongside Tonali. I just think you've got Bentancur on the bench. Even if Bentancur could only have done a half or 50 minutes or 60 minutes, you bloody start him, right? He was fit enough to come on in the half time. So that was a mistake. You've got to play your best players. You're going to Brentford, they had no injuries, really. I know they had a couple, but not key players. And then you go there with that lineup in that midfield. It was just asking for trouble. And look, Brentford, as I said, very strong. They looked like players who knew what their teammates were doing before they even received the ball. And Spurs looked like players learning from each other's movements. But this is where I think you've got to separate an excuse from losing from an excuse for how badly you lose. So I'm going to bring up a graphic in a second. Does anyone want to say anything, actually? Let me take that down before we go into it a little bit more. Anyone want to say anything about that lineup, guys? Any panic stations when you saw it? I know definitely a few of you must have.
Yeah, I mean, I said straight away that was... Look, there's some of the decisions that have to be made where we don't have the players that we need in. I don't think it's an excuse, but that's where I'm saying De Zerbi versus the club. First of all, we've known Spence is probably going to leave the club since the start of the summer, right? If not 100%, we knew that Spence was somebody who wanted to start, and fair enough to him. I don't rate him as a player, but there's no reason he shouldn't be starting. So we should have had options of right backs already lined up, who we like, who's available, so we know what's going on. Fair enough, we didn't, so we have Archie Gray at right back. That's there's not really much out there that we could have done to do that. But then you pair him with the right wing of Mikey Moore there, you know Mikey Moore isn't ready to come back and support him, and you know Gray's going to need support at that right back position. So what are we doing here? Playing Gray and Moore on the same side. You know that's going to be a problem. We saw it. They targeted it. I mean, Sade destroyed them all game long.
I destroyed
Yeah.
Gray, Scott.
I
Destroyed
don't
him.
love I don't love Tell. Everybody knows I don't rate Tell. But I can give Tell credit, and we saw it today. Tell was right back there helping Robertson all day long.
Yeah.
So why don't, again, I'm not a manager, but flip him so that Tell can come back and help Gray. Yes, Robertson's going to need help, but I got much more confidence in 32-year-old Robertson making it through a game than I do Gray. So again, that's partly the club for not giving us what we need, but also on Zerbi, because it's a weird decision to have both those two young guys on the same side.
Yeah.
Then you have
Agree.
Zerbi. You have Bergvall. We saw last year, and Zerbi saw it. This is where I really am frustrated with Zerbi. He saw what happened when you have Bergvall in the midfield. So he took him out and put in Polina and Bentancur together in that midfield because he knew you have to have control in the midfield. What does he do this year? He has Bentancur sitting right there on the bench, ready to go, and you say, no, I'm going to put Bergvall in there. You saw that Bergvall can't do the job. We know it. And this is, honestly, with how weak our team was, this was a game very much like last year, right? Where we're not going to be able to have the control. You're going to have to really get through this game. Most fans I saw, even if they weren't saying you're going to lose 3-0 like some of us who knew what was going to happen said, everybody said you just try to get through this game. Let's get through this game. And Bergvall is a guy who doesn't help you get through that game. So that's a puzzling play right there. And then I guess we don't know about the players like a Madison, Fernandez. We don't know what was with them in terms of their health. But man, I sure would have liked to have seen at least one of them try to have one of them out there for the first half, and if you have to switch them off. Because that team had nothing, no creativity. They just had nothing to them. And Fernandez and Madison are the two players that can actually do that. Again, it's hard for me to be too critical because I don't know what their injury situations are, but they were, I think Fernandez came on right at halftime, right?
Yep.
And Madison wasn't too much longer, I don't think.
63
so
minutes.
They had something to give to you, right? They weren't totally out. So, like I said, part of it is because of the bad decisions we made as a club, but part of it is on Zerbi, and he needs to be questioned for some of his decisions.
He can be questioned, Scott. Totally. We can question him. You know, we may really like the manager, but today he got it so wrong. Yeah, so wrong. I don't get it. Ellie, Cookie, anything you want to add to that lineup? You're just like, I know, Ellie, you said like, you know, it is what it is, and there were certain players available and not available, injuries, we ain't got our forwards in. Did you anything else you wanted to say about the lineup?
Yeah,
Ellie?
I was going to say, right, Zerbi got it wrong on his first game against Sunderland away. If you recall, he started Bergvall and Gray in that game. So, you know what, you learn on the job, right? But you shouldn't really make the same mistake twice, right? And it is on Zerbi for playing Moore and Gray, two inexperienced players. One who's not in his natural position, but he's a rookie player, utility player, isn't he? And he fills in because Porro has not quite recovered from the World Cup antics, right? And then you've got Mikey Moore. He's had a good seasoned loan at Rangers, but it hasn't been exceptional like some people make it out to be. Right, and he's still raw. You can see the lad, he's trying. He got in 3 times, didn't he? And then he was sort of powder puff shot right at the goalie. I just thought overall it was like a bunch of strangers playing together, and they had no continuity. There was no leadership. There was no firepower. Right, but we're used to that. We've had 2 years of no firepower. And then the defence, which we thought was going to be more solid, with Senesi and Van Hecker, let us down big time. Not so much Senesi. He didn't have a bad game. And Robinson didn't have a bad game. But Gray did, right? And he was out of sorts, right? And you have to have understanding. And maybe that will come in time when we had Van der Ven to the defence. Probably Senesi's going to be the one who loses out. But on that performance, I think Van Hecker should be the one who loses out because Senesi is a left-sided thing. He's going to lose out when Van der Ven's comes back in. And then I see Davies on the bench and I despair. I'm thinking, what? I was just so angry. And I thought we're going to lose. I was with Scott 3-0. I thought we're going to lose 3-0. But I expected more. You know, when you put on a lily white shirt, you're proud to put it on. None of those players were proud to put it on. None of them. Even Robertson, even though he had a better game than most of the players, right? He wasn't brilliant, was he? Right? And I just thought it was just one big shit show, really. And I wanted to pull my hair out, honestly. I was so frustrated. And my husband came in and when it was 2-0, and then they scored virtually within 3 minutes of the first half. And I think that's game over then. Because if you know, when you see a game, right, if you see somebody go up 2-0 and you see some fight in the other team, something to hold on to for the second half, I didn't see anything. So I had no big expectations for the second half. I just thought it was going to be the same old, and the same old shit show. Sorry, but that's my take on it.
Yeah, you're right, Ellie. It was just so disappointing. And Cookie, anything you want to add to the lineup before we move on for the bit
look,
more
we
of a
did the
breakdown?
watch along, Dan. You know, we did the watch along during the game. I think the three of us, the Sheriff, Nige, and myself, excuse me, we was just despairing, Dan. The lineup itself, making Archie Gray captain. I mean, yeah, people will say, well, he's one of the 5 in the leadership group, and he's the only one out of that lot that are out on the pitch. So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't I? 20 years old. Are we putting unnecessary pressure on young players? I don't know what you think about that. To me, he just shouldn't be captain of Spurs in any way, shape or form. I don't get it. I never will get it, whoever explains it to me. I just feel that there's players in that team that could maybe take a bit more responsibility, or De Zerbi could have picked them to take a bit more responsibility. But again, like Ellie said, this ain't the first team that's going to be out, hopefully, against Newcastle. There was a lot of players on the bench, right, that you could say were well undercooked coming into a Premier League season. I think if he could have got away without risking Fernandes and bringing Maddison on when he did, he would have done. He would have done, because they are so undercooked. And this is the problem with the players on the bench. They're either coming back from long-term injuries, yeah, and it takes time. You can have all the names on the bench, but if they're not ready to play, what the fuck did Solanke do when he came on?
The square root of nothing.
Nothing. No.
What did he do?
Well, we're attacking wise. It was just dreadful. Look, let's just crack on with this.
Sorry about.
No, it's fine, Cookie. You make some great points, man.
You've scored 3 times now, Cookie. I've been counting them.
Let's look how horrible this is. This game now. Let's just break it down, man. It's just. I mean, look at this. Look at the state of this. Look at that. Brentford 3.96 XG, right? To Spurs 0.47. 26 shots to 9. 6 big chances to 2. Touches in the box 40-17. Brentford didn't just edge Tottenham. They created far more danger. They nearly scored 4 expected goals. I mean, this is madness.
They annihilated us.
They did, and
in every position.
They did, and there's more to come, man. This is just the start of it. And Brentford's highest Premier League XG since January 2025, and the most XG Spurs have conceded since December 2024. So a talking point on this. Yes, we were under strength. Yes, we've got new players. Yes, Brentford are more settled. But does that explain giving up that much? Because there still has to be a minimum level. So was today's performance mainly about the weakened lineup, or does nearly 4 XG against you tell you where there's much bigger problems? Let me just take this down.
Right. I looked at their players, right, physically, that they bullied us, right? But their physicality was on point. They were on it as well. Like I said on Dan's show just now, it was like flies on shit. Right? They basically bullied us and mullered us, right? And every single department, from defence to midfield to attack, they were the better team, but not just a little bit better, a lot better. And we weren't at the races. We were back on the bloody beach. That's how it was. It was like all lethargic, walking around the pitch, not putting in the effort, And I was really gutted because I expect every Spurs player who puts on that lily white shirt to give their all, and not one of those players gave their all. Not one of them.
Nah, it didn't look like it. We looked lost. Scott, what do you reckon? All those chances conceded. I mean, the first half was the worst part, wasn't it? We could have conceded so many more goals. It was just horrible. I mean, after we conceded, I think, or the second goal, I just thought, look, we got to take Bergvall off now. We got to take him off now. We got to get Bentancur on. Clearly, we could see they was just walking through us. We just couldn't get hold of it. We were and look, and you kind of expect, Brentford first game of the season in front of their home fans to come at us, right? That's just normal. You just got to ride through it. You got to stay tight. Got to dig in a bit. But it was just too easy for them, Scott, weren't it?
Yeah, I think for me the concern is that we'll say, a lot of this I've seen people passing it off as, oh, these aren't our main players, we don't have to worry about it. Not sure that's fully the case. It's part of it. Look, a lot of the problems we had defensively today were Bergvall giving up the ball. No question about it. But the reality is we're going to change our backline by adding Porro in and Van de Ven in, perhaps, right? And as much as I think Gray was outclassed today, Porro has a lot of those same problems himself, and I don't think Senese and Van de Ven is going to be much different. We're still going to have problems with the back line, even if we have our full team back. And there's just gaps at the way that we play that are going to be there. Gaps that are going to be there because Porro's going to leave them open behind him. Gaps that are there because Robertson isn't fast enough to get back like he used to do. So I think while some of these problems might be lessened by having like a fully fit Fernandes ready to go in that midfield, some of these problems are going to be a concerning thing that we've seen all season long. I mean, Kinski, I don't think he was at fault for a lot of it, but you saw him when he parried that ball right into the Brentford player. That's a concern and something that he's shown in the past. He's not great at parrying the ball out of danger. That's going to be something that we have to be concerned about all season long. And so while some of it, I think we can say, hey, let's hope that Fernandes is going to improve it. Let's hope maybe if we get some of our own players, some of the players were rumored to get in up front, like a Savio and a Marmouche, we might improve our XG. But I don't think it can just be passed off as we didn't have the players we need this right now. These are problems that we're going to need to address, and Roberto Zerbi is going to have to find solutions for. Because today we saw he didn't have any solutions. Yes, the first half was worse than the second half, but I'm not sure that's because De Zerbi made a whole bunch of adjustments that helped us. I think we saw Brentford took their foot off the gas a bit, as many teams do when they're up. So we'll see this going forward. But I think it's easy for us as fans to say, oh, once we get our players back, everything will be solved. No, it's not that simple. And I hope that we won't have that. And I trust in De Zerbi a little bit that he won't. But again, there's some decision making when he talked about how important Bergvall is going to be for us this season. I personally hope he saw that today and realizes that Bergvall cannot be an important piece for our team this year. He can't be.
No chance. I think if an offer comes in, he needs to go. Really, I can't see him all alone. He's so far from it, being able to give us something we need this season if we want to be competitive, if we want to challenge. He's not. I just don't understand him really, to be honest. And go to Rudolph, and then I'm going to put this comment to Cookie. Rudolph says, guys, I wouldn't have picked Gray as captain, but that's not the main issue. To focus on that is a mistake. The passing was the problem. Too many touches before, too slow, not first time, and inaccurate. Now, before I go to Cookie with this one, look, we're not blaming the whole thing on Gray. It's just a very baffling decision on why you would have a kid as a captain when you've got so many better leaders on the pitch there. And I don't get this. Oh, it's a confidence boost. The club love him. You know, they want to make him feel special. Sorry, this is a serious game of football. Like, we needed some points. You know, we want to get off to a decent start, and we know that we're very underprepared. But things like that, a decision like that, do you think Gray is going to rally everyone up? I don't think he is. I'm sorry. It's just like a nice thing to do. Very disappointed with Zerbi there. Really disappointed. I really don't agree with it at all. Cookie and the part about the passing, mate, because I do think he has a point. Why was the passing so bad, Cookie, in your opinion?
Mate, we couldn't pass a sermon. Honestly, shocking behaviour. Shocking on the pitch. I don't know what we're doing, Dan. It's almost like last year again. We can't pass the ball 5 yards. We win the ball back. We give it back again. And again, look, I know Ellie has said, again, there's players. Bergvall, I've got no idea. You sort of tuned into it the night before that he could well be playing. Why? Why is he playing? He learned from last season that Bergvall is not the answer.
Yeah.
So why is he playing him? Why is he making Archie Gray captain? Whether Rudolph thinks that's an important point or not, to me it is at the moment, because our team's not complete. So we need a leader on the pitch. Is Archie Gray that leader? Should he have that responsibility? No, I don't think so.
Definitely
Personally, no.
I thought it was a joke. When I saw the lineup and him as captain, I thought it was a joke. I thought, okay, to have a little experiment in pre-season, because it's not really mean anything other than fitness. But to actually start him as captain of the first game of the season, I mean, he's the youngest ever captain. That just says it all, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't happen. This doesn't happen in Premier League football. Given how old is he? 20, yeah? 20-year-old captain.
Yeah, 20,
I mean, and a very important season for us when we've had such two awful seasons previously. It's just terrible. Let's go to the chat. I want to bring some comments up on the chat. Sorry, guys. Who said something?
I was just going to quickly say something. When Rudolph said it's Gray being the captain isn't the big issue, passing and being too slow on the ball is. But in part, I think that goes hand in hand, because who was one of the slowest players on the ball? Gray. What do you do when you're struggling? What do you need to do? You need somebody to pick up the team, whether it's through their own play or from being vocal about it. And when we're struggling with the passing and being slow with our decision making, and your captain is one of the worst offenders, and your captain is also a player who can't then vocally lead either, then I think it's a problem. I think part of the problem when Rudolph is saying the passing is poor, Gray was a big part of that reason. So yeah, him being captain is the problem, because you can't fix it, right? One of the ways you fix it is you have a captain who either through his, right? We saw it with Harry Kane. He did it a lot, right? The team is down. Harry Kane grabs him by the, he doesn't yell at them. He didn't scream at them. He went out there, grabbed the ball, went through two guys, put the ball, top bins. Hey, follow me, right? We saw it against the Congo in the World Cup. That's one way you can do it. Or, a Roy Keane's kind of the other one, where he lights a rocket up your backside to get you going. Gray kind of did neither of it. So I do honestly think that part of our passing problem was because Gray wasn't there to help marshal that. He wasn't there to be a vocal leader. He wasn't able to be a leader by example. So I do think they're somewhat linked when Rudolph is asking that question.
I'd like to add to that, Scott, because I don't know if anybody in this chat watches Steve Perriman's podcast, but he's fantastic. He said the captain sets the tempo. The captain sets the tempo. The manager gives that captain responsibility to set the tempo of the game. And you're putting a 20-year-old kid, in charge of that tempo, where we didn't pick up from the start to the finish. It was lame, right? And there was no tempo. There was no continuity in the passing. The passing was lazy and tired, and it was a pain to watch.
Off it, wasn't it, Ellie? It was
it was a pain to watch.
Oh, so many misplaced passes.
My heart in, man. I thought I was going to drop down dead from the boredom of watching our team play. Honestly. I thought, because I've got bad legs at the moment with this bloody circulation. I thought I'm a goner tonight after I'm watching that. You know, it's just so painful to watch and
Yeah.
At one stage,
disappointing.
one of my viewers thought I was having a heart attack.
Just, do you see what I mean, Cookie? It drives you to that because we're passionate Spurs fans. We say it as we see it. We're not
Right.
sugarcoating it.
No.
Yeah, some fans sugarcoat it. They say it's all right. We had a bad day at the office. No, it was terrible. And De Zerbi's performance was pants as well because he was sitting there talking to the other three guys who's his coaches, and not one of them got up and showed a bit of passion. You know, because that's what De Zerbi's famous for. His passion. Yeah, and I didn't
He
see
just
any of
took it,
that
didn't
from
he? He
him
just took the
today.
defeat. He just took the
Yeah,
defeat
he
like
was just
he
like,
expected it. It
yeah.
felt like he expected it today.
Sitting there like we've lost, big deal. He didn't. It looked like he didn't bloody care.
Is that his way of pointing the finger at Enoch again? Just asking with a week of the
Possibly.
transfer window to
Well, they were
go.
all there, weren't they? They kept the picture.
Yeah.
The camera kept on panning to them.
Bloody zoomed on them a couple of times, didn't they? And I wanted to vomit.
Our Viv didn't look too happy. Our Viv didn't look happy at all.
Let's go to the chat, guys. Let's go to the chat. Big up to Nito in the chat as well. Today's game, Brentford bully us. Facts. Welcome, Roberto. Oh my days! Look, and let's go for a couple more comments as well.
I've got to be
said,
careful. I might lose my disability badge.
if Cora ain't ready to play on Wednesday, I'd rather see Tar Hall start right back. Same here, mate. Honestly, I would. And Sheriff St. Angie laughing here. We got Craig in the chat.
Go on, Ange, what's the compliment? The grass is greener.
Days.
No, it isn't.
We got Craig in the evening to Craig. How you doing, Craig? Good evening, gents. That lineup had spanking written all over it, didn't it, Craig? I predicted a 3-1 defeat before the game. I predicted a defeat as well. Many fans did, and we got what we with that lineup we deserved. No complaints. The front four is championship level at best, and it's just it's sickening, isn't it? It's disgusting that forward line. And I don't blame Moore because he's a kid. Moore's a kid. Do you know what I mean? It's not his fault. He shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't be anywhere near the first team right now. And he had some good chances today, but he had 3 chances and unfortunately couldn't put anyone away. So it doesn't give me much confidence that he's going to be able to offer much this season. Maybe it's a bit early for him. Ricky's slating Zerbi, saying he's clueless. What else have we got in here? Terry's talking about Gray is not a Premier League right back. The club isn't doing any favours in playing a minute. And the other worrying thing, Terry, and everybody on the panel and in the chat, is that Zerbi said we're not getting another right back. And I think maybe after today's showing, he might change his mind. Maybe he'll be speaking to these guys tomorrow and say, look, you better get me a right back now. It's not going to work. It's going to be the same. Every time Gray's got to play against a difficult winger, anyone with a bit of pace and skill, it's going to be long. It's going to be long.
An emergency lone right back, Dan. We could.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
He's going to be hung, strung, and slaughtered, isn't he?
Because you can't play Gray there every week, Dan. You can't. Listen, Sade's not the fastest winger in the world. He's nippy. Don't get me wrong, right? He's a decent winger. We all said on the shows, I think everyone said, Sade's going to rip Gray a new one. And that's exactly what happened, Dan.
Yeah.
Gray didn't know what to do with Sade. Not at all. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, on the day, his love was king, mate. That's all I can say.
We'll be all right, though, because against Man City, all our players turn up. That's the only game that we think, bloody hell, we're going to beat them. Isn't it weird? Spurs are a weird club, man.
They are. They are really. Safa's favourite player, Gallagher, is a flop. I mean, Gallagher was nowhere to be seen today. He was terrible. Kingsley was poor today, and
His hair looked good though.
Certain people, and I think what Danny's very gone on about this for a lot of the summer about Kingsley and the worry, and I was worried as well. But everybody was convincing me, no, Kingsley's the man. He's going to do the job. What a terrible showing from him today. Weren't all his fault, but that defence was shaky. Midfield was shaky. Forward line was just nothing there. Oh, my days, guys. Honestly, David in the chat, evening to you. It's our second team today. Most of them don't start. I get that, David, but still, where was the effort? Where was the organisation? Where was the plan? You know, Zerbi probably had a good idea what this starting lineup was going to be. He's had them in training. He had a lot of time to prepare. He knows about Brentford. He knows the skills and the strengths of Brentford. He knew what to expect, and he got it very, very wrong. Let's be honest here. He got it very, very wrong. Let's go to Rudolph. Tell me why Spence isn't a better left back than any of our choice or better right back. Porro is better going forward, but a worse defender. The left forward crap, so crap. Well, Rashford has no left foot and Saka no right foot. Rubbish. Anybody want to address Rudolph? Getting stuck in with that one. There's a lot going on there with the big message there to Rudolph.
Go on, Scott.
Spence. Why isn't Spence better left back than any of our choices? Because he can only play in one half, same as Robertson. Spence can't do anything, especially at left back going forward with the ball. He can't cross the ball. He can't pass the ball. So he's far too limited to be a starting left back for anything other than a bottom half team in the Premier League. And I think we want to be better than that. Why is he not a better right back? Because Porro is clearly better. Like, I don't even know how we're having any debate about who's better, Spence or Porro. Like, it's no doubt Porro is better. But for some reason, when it comes to fullbacks, if somebody can't do anything in attack, we just ignore that as though that's not part of a fullback's job. 100% a fullback's job is to get forward and be involved in crossing the ball, passing the ball in the attack. If you don't have that, you're not a top team. No top team has limited fullbacks like that. So he had to go. The problem isn't selling Spence. The problem is that we sold Spence and didn't bring somebody else in. If we would have sold Spence and we would have somebody like Nico Williams, Munoz, some guys that we've been talking about, we would have been fine today. Even if all we had was the right back, Aaron Hickey, the backup right back for Brentford, who starts for Scotland. He's not amazing, but if we had Aaron Hickey today, their backup right back, we would have been far better off than we were. Spence, we're going to hear about it all year. Oh, why did we sell Spence? Why did we sell Spence? It was a perfect decision that made 100% right decision. The problem was not buying somebody to replace him.
So Scott, you're not signing up to the Spence fan club then?
No, I had to. I didn't renew my membership, Ellie.
No. Do you know what I say, right? Like, we need a hybrid of Spence and Porro. You know, somebody who can... Because Spence is not too bad defensively. He's a lot more astute and he can cope with it. But going forward, I agree with Scott. Porro is far superior. But the overall game, Porro is better, right? That's my call on it as well, Scott. But in terms of the team, obviously we didn't have our first 11, right? So we've got more to come. But if we see our first 11 and they don't perform, we're going to have the same as last year, because Zerbi's got a big problem there, because he's kept his faith with Kinski, and we saw today there's limitations in his game, right? Then he's got players like Mikey Moore. He'll probably put him on loan, I would imagine, again, for the boys' sake, because he's not going to get much game time when Kudos is back in action. And we've got other players who we haven't even seen for a whole year. I mean, Kudos was missing from before January, I believe. I think it was November, December, he got injured. And then Xavi, he's not going to be back to next year. So there's a lot of problems to fix. And we haven't addressed it in the transfer market to build that squad that we need. You know, because the best clubs, build squads, right? And I know Rome wasn't built in a day, but we're just like putting one brick in and taking one out, putting another brick in and taking another out. It won't work like that. You've got to build. You've got to build structurally, and then, like I said before, put a roof on it, yeah, so that you've got the finished article like Arsenal are, who are light years in front of us, right? And it's embarrassing because we were light years in front of them only a short time ago. And we've fallen by the
many
wayside.
teams have gone to Brentford and got a spanking, right? Haven't they? It's not.
Yeah,
this is not new. Many teams have.
We actually got spanked when we drew 2-2. I think it was last season. I think we just scraped a draw, but they had so many chances. But it's the manner of the defeat. Yeah, the manner of the defeat was alarming.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
wrong. Let's go to the chat. Steve, evening to you, Steve. I thought Gallagher could be a useful player for us, but I'm losing patience with his poor performances. I'm not seeing him offer anything of quality or the best of the first team. Look, he didn't offer much today, I'm afraid, but it was the whole team performance. Really, you could really call them all out today. There was nobody there you thought actually had a good performance, to be honest. I can't think of anybody. So Gallagher, we'll see over time. He's not a number 10 for me. He's more of a kind of workhorse in the midfield three. It's going to be useful for some certain games, but today just didn't really make any impact at all. And the midfield was very bad. Look, I want to crack on with a bit more analysis. Big up to Adrian in the chat as well. Evening to you, mate. What did you make of it today, mate? I bet you were disappointed as well. Bikey is in the chat. Evening to you, Bikey. He was so bad, didn't look ready and way off the pace tonight. Who's he talking about, guys? Who's he talking about?
The team in general, I think.
Team. We were so bad. Yeah, he was. And we got Matt in the chat. Hello, Matt. How you doing, mate? I know you had your buddies around today to watch that game. You must have had a horrible time. No defender made more mistakes leading to a goal last season. And Hecky, you made this comment. I remember you when we signed him. You made this comment, and he's like, he was all over the place today. It wasn't good from Van Hecker. But look, let's just give him some more time. As I said, the whole performance was dreadful from the whole team. So, but look, it wasn't good. He didn't look great. Didn't look assured, did he, at the back there? But it's two new centre backs. You've got a new left back next to him. You've got a practically new goalie. You've got Archie Grant right back. What sort of defence is this? You know what I mean? It's like this defence is hardly played together. And yeah, anyone want to add anything before I move forward? You know, because some of those comments there, people might want to bite back on or agree, disagree.
We should call Van Hecker Van Shocker, right? And call Gray not captain material, mate. That's what I would say to him. Look, I think Gray has got potential to be a good player, but that's it. That's the potential. Will he reach that potential? Who knows? You know, at Spurs, he's not going to get much game time when Porro gets back, and the midfield is packed, isn't it? So he's not going to get much game time there unless we get injuries. So the boy, which I call him a boy, he's not a man yet. And physically, I don't think he's ready for the Premiership because the Premiership is fast moving. You saw Brentford, that Coyote, Michael Coyote. We should bloody sign him. He's fantastic. I love him. I think he's a brilliant player because he gives his all. He might not be the best player, but he gives his all. Every single game I watch him, he fights for every ball. That's what, sometimes you need a player like that who's not the best player in his position, but he gives his all.
Yeah, I get that. Who's the signature on your cap, Ellie, before we move on?
Right, I've got all the boys on there. I've got Glenn O'Donnell, Paul Miller, Tony Galvin. I've got Graham Roberts, and I've got Steve Perriman, I think.
Nice.
So I need a few more to make the 1981. Yeah. I'm going to see Ozzy in the tour. I think it's November, which is my birthday month. And I'll make sure I get his. And hopefully Ricky Villa will be with him as well. Yeah.
Yeah, nice, great stuff, Ellie. I like it. It's really good. Really nice stuff. Look, let's move on, otherwise we'll get caught up. We'll go back to the chat soon. So let's go on to the next part of what I wanted to talk about, the possession side of it. You know, look at the possession here, guys. You know, Spurs. This is where it's interesting. I mean, the game wasn't interesting for us Spurs fans, but just kind of looking into the kind of the stats and the data and everything, because Spurs had more possession. But if you had watched a game and someone told you Spurs had 60% of the ball and completed over 460 passes, you might think we controlled large parts of it, but we didn't. And then, you know, it's what I would say is possession without purpose, right?
Yeah.
And this sums it up, doesn't it, on the screen there?
Yeah.
Possession 59.
It's true. I'd say 400 of that 463 was sideways and backwards. Yeah. Sideways and backwards everywhere we go. That's the song, isn't it?
I knew this was going to happen with this team without these forward players or without creativity in the side. It was so predictable this was going to happen for me. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen if we didn't sign decent players in the forward line and not solve that number 10 issue. And look, so, you know, we had plenty of the football, but what were we actually doing with it today? Brentford had less possession, but constantly were creating more dangerous situations. So this wasn't about control. It was possession without enough penetration, really. So the Zerbi point, right? And this matters with De Zerbi. His football isn't supposed to be about having possession just to rack up pass numbers. The idea is to attract pressure, move around teams, and then play through them. But today, Spurs struggled to get that final part going. So a question really, guys, to you panel in the chat. Was Spurs possession actually control, or were Brentford perfectly happy allowing us to have the ball in areas which we couldn't hurt them? Look, what do you reckon, guys, on that one?
Yeah, I agree, right? Because it was football without a purpose. It was like sideways and backwards. So I said, get the bloody ball forward. And when we did pass it forward, it was mainly to Tell, right? And he was trying his best like he normally does, but the guy hasn't got the technical skill to affect games like we want him to. He's not there. And I don't think he's ever going to get there because I just don't see it, right? There's some wingers, you see it, right? Like early doors, when they're even younger, when they've not even broken into the first team, they're just a bit part player. But then they come on and they impress. And then they slowly, they get better and better and better. Just like Gareth Bale did. Gareth Bale, he came to us a skinny, scrawny kid, right? And then suddenly, we didn't win 21, 22 games without, we went 21, 22 games without a win with him. And then suddenly he's going in the gym and he comes out like a beast of a player and a beast of a man. He's big, right, and physical. And you could see, like, you could see early doors with him that he had potential that just needed unlocking and he needed to become a man. And then he just burst, didn't he? I can't see that with Tell. I just don't see it. And I don't see how other people can see it. It baffles
Nothing
me.
to see. There's nothing to see, Ellie.
No,
Honestly, there's nothing to see.
no.
I don't know why this is. There is a bit of a fan club and Tell. I don't understand it. Maybe they just hope that it'll come good one day. But I'm sorry, I just don't see enough there. Look, it weren't all his fault today. The whole lot of them weren't great, as I keep saying. But when you get that ball onto the left, you need something to happen. You need something to happen. We needed to get a goal. We're under so much pressure in the match. And he just didn't do anything. And look, I'm sorry. We'll go to somebody else. What's that?
He even took the free kick. Right? Why
Yeah,
is
it's
Tell
just weak,
taking
weren't
our
it?
free kicks?
Oh, of course, he scored the world in pre-season, so everyone thinks he was going to do it in an actual proper match. It's never going to happen, was it? I don't know who said something. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. It was like a comment in the WhatsApp group. It's like a wet fish or something like that. It made me laugh. I can't remember who said it now. But look, Steve makes a good point, and we've been talking all the time. Pre-season preparation has clearly been very bizarre. Guys, it has, hasn't it? It was a really strange pre-season.
It was worse than that the Poppins one, wasn't it? That was bad enough.
Well, we had brought up so many times about how players aren't going to be ready. You can't just have them skip the whole preseason, not play any meaningful minutes in games, and then expect them to go right into 90 minutes of a Premier League game. But how many times were we told, don't worry, guys, that you're just fear-mongering, you're just moaning, don't worry. We were told Madison would be ready, no problem. Kudos was going to be ready. Solanke was going to be ready. Fernandez was going to be ready. And we've seen now that this is why you have a proper preseason where there's games to prepare people to get ready. Because running around and training helps you get your fitness up, but playing actual games is what we need to do. As for your stats there you had, Dan, I think Rain did point out in the chat that at halftime it was closer to 50-50, so the stats may have been skewed a little bit. But I think even saying 50-50 didn't seem right. Like, to me, when I was talking to Cookie on his show, and I brought up the fact that the stats were 50-50 at halftime, it didn't feel like that. Because I think when Brentford had the ball, you saw they were so much more purposeful with it. So it seemed like they had the ball more than us, I think, because they were actually doing something with it. Yeah. Now going back, I said, I guess we did have the ball. But so many times, like you said, Tell gets the ball on the left. He looks to take on. He's about to take on his men. Circle back, backwards. Bergvall gets the ball. I saw him at one time. He did something. He's like, oh my goodness, he beat his man, got to the edge of the box, turned around and passed it backwards.
I know.
So much of that
Oh
sideways
my
backwards
God.
passing that we've seen. And it doesn't mean that every
Oh.
time that you pass it backwards is a bad play, but when every time you do pass it backwards and it's all you do, that's why I think we had more possession stats by the numbers. But I don't think anybody who watched that game felt like we had the possession and control of that game at any point. Brentford, when they had possession, actually did something with their ball, with the ball. They actually
Yeah.
looked like they were controlling the game.
That purpose,
the
Scott.
whole
That
game.
purpose, didn't they? Brentford.
Yeah.
They had purpose when
They
they
were
had the ball.
precise.
You can have
Precise
the
with their
ball for
passing.
80% of the game, but if you're going to whooshoe pass it round the pitch and not create
Yeah.
anything, what's the
Yeah.
point? If
The
you're not
problem
going to
is,
create
Cookie,
anything?
it went to the forwards. It went to Gallagher. None of them
Okay.
players could do anything creative or.
And I'll make a controversial point there as well, and I've not mentioned this to any of you,
Go on.
right? And you know what my feelings were on that. I thought that certain players were hiding last season when we needed them,
Yeah.
right? I saw a bit of that today again.
Who, Cookie? Call them out.
Right? No, and it's not, some of it's the younger players, and I don't blame them for it as such, because they're all, like we spoke about earlier, they're all chucked in, whether he's got any choice or not. We've got a team full of world beaters there on the bench. You know, if they're on the bench, surely they're fit enough to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, all the names were on the bench. You know, Maddison was on the bench. They was all there. So Wanky was on the bench. They were all there, though. So surely if they're on the bench, they're fit enough to play. I don't get it. I really don't understand what we're doing, making Archie Gray captain. Yeah, he's the only one on the pitch out of the 5 that are in the leader group. So I get it. That's the only way that I can look at it, that he was captain. And that's not having a pop at him. And I just don't think it's fair to put that on that kid. I just don't think he's ready for that.
I don't think it is either, Cookie. I agree. I don't blame Gray for that decision. You know, it's like madness. Mad decision. I look, I want to go and bring the line up again. Rain makes a good point here. And just I was going to say something about, you know, the second half when we brought on Fernandez, Bentancur. Look, the possession got better. They're better players, aren't they, to have on the pitch? But by that time, the game had gone. The game had far gone. They just didn't have anything. Look, Rain's here in the chat. He says, "I'm sorry, but I'm not buying this. You can beat teams with effort thing. The problem is that quite a few of these players aren't good enough. Starting with Gray right back, Bergvall, CM, and Richarlison. Look, let's get the lineup again and just call out these players who are not good enough here. And all of you guys in here, you can say in the chat as well. I'll go down to the bottom of the chat so I can get everyone's point across. Who's not good enough there? For me, Tell, Richarlison, Moore's not ready. Bergvall. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Grave and at the back 5, and there's question marks over the keeper.
Yeah.
And the centre backs, you know, we'll have to see over time, over the season.
Got
Robertson,
to play together, Dan, haven't they?
Got to give him some time. Robertson didn't have his best game, but he weren't the worst player. And you look at his sofa score rating there; he was one of the better players, 7.2, alongside Senesi and Van Heck. And I kind of worked out, well, why were they better? Because they didn't look better. Guys, anyone want to add anything there?
I think with a lot of these ratings, I haven't examined them a lot, but Senesi and Van Heck, and it's kind of a problem we had. They were the 2 most progressive passers we had, so their stats might be getting boosted up because of that. Because the one thing that both Van Heck and Senesi did was make quality passes. Now our front line did a terrible job of taking those passes on, but I wonder if it is boosted there, because if you just gave them a rating based on their defensive play, neither one could get anything that's close to a green. And I think what we saw with Van Hecke is what we saw a little bit in the preseason, and some people have talked about it before at Brighton, is I'm worried that he's going to have a lot of really positives, mainly going forward, but he seems to be a guy that has some concerns defensively as well, which is why, you know, people have quoted that most errors leading to goals. I don't necessarily love that stats because I'm not sure, like Bergvall, does he get 2 errors? Because he had 2 errors that led to goals today. Kinski had errors that led to goals today. So I'm not sure it always accurately measures the errors that are to goal. But I think we
Yeah.
saw with Van Hecke today, he is a guy who's going to do a lot of positives, but is also going to have us cringing at times too.
Oh, definitely. And I'll break down the scoring a little bit, so just helps everybody kind of understand there. So Robertson, you know, it was probably one of the less problematic players today. I think everyone can agree that. He was involved going forwards, created one of Tottenham's better situations in the second half. He kind of also benefits from the same things defenders do in algorithms: touches plus completed passes plus defensive actions, successful contributions going forward. And that kind of increases the rating. And unlike some teammates, he wasn't directly associated one of the major catastrophic errors, if you get what I mean. So Robertson is kind of described like this: probably one of the better players in a very poor team performance, but 7.2 still looks generous. Same with Van Heck here, you know, similar to Senesi, he may have good defensive actions, clearances, passes, possible aerial duel wins, ball recoveries, and all of those score positively. But the bigger picture is that Tottenham's defence allowed Brentford enormous number of dangerous entries and chances, and that's why you've got to be careful with stats and scorings and things like that, because as an actual defensive unit, it didn't function the best. But then you could look ahead at who's in front of them. Were they doing their job today? And they weren't, were they? They weren't really shielding the defence very well. We were just conceding so much in front of the defence in the wide areas, especially on that right-hand side with Moore and Gray. So I don't really want to read too much into these stats. Let's introduce Guy to the show. Guy, mate,
Hello,
ain't seen
Guy.
you all summer. I know you've been
Hello.
avoiding the transfer
You're right.
talk, and
Come on, you
you just
Spurs.
want to talk about the games and stuff like that. And
Well,
mate, just initial thoughts from you before we kind of kick back on with the show.
well,
And
initial thoughts.
the chat.
And-
Smash the
yeah.
like. Smash the like,
Yeah.
guys.
Smash
Everyone,
the
please.
likes,
Thank you very
man.
much.
Smash
Thank
the
you.
likes. Essentially, Scott can back me up on this. Scott, what did we say on WhatsApp? It would be horrific. And what was it? Horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. All our concerns were met.
Yeah, they were met with a freight train to the butt train, bro. It's all good. But like, look. The reason why I wanted to come on is because me and Scott have been talking, and obviously me and you talk, and to me, this game, and I had a watch along with Eugene, right? So the first the first 5 minutes, right? So I watched Charlton versus West Ham. Charlton won, local team, and the first 5 minutes of this game, I said to Eugene, we're playing championship football. No, Ellie,
That's being polite.
Ellie,
Yeah.
you
Yes,
know
I'm
this.
here. Queen
You know
Ellie to
this
you.
from playing football, right? How many times you had a Tottenham player and another Tottenham player do this? Just smash into each other. It was absolutely horrific. It was an absolutely horrific game.
We didn't do anything to contribute to it.
No, we did not, because like I say, I was listening. I don't want to go over old ground, but the thing I want to say is the weight of pass from Tottenham players was abysmal.
Yeah.
You had how many panic passes did we have where someone stuck out a leg?
Yeah.
And again, I'm not going to go on Archie. I heard you talk about Archie Gray captain. Please don't ever do that again. Please don't ever do that again. Please don't ever do that again. Because Archie Gray...
That's like Beetlejuice.
Oh no, my God! Yeah, speak it in 3 times. It might come. To fruition.
Bloody horrendous.
Just to butt in there, Guy. I thought Sade was a bit of a smooth operator today down the left hand side.
He's got good hair as well. As a lady, I noticed his hair.
Scott, I will keep up with you on WhatsApp, my man.
Scott, mate, thanks for coming on, mate.
WhatsApp.
Cheers.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
later.
I'll try to listen and contribute.
It's all right. I'll keep the negativity while you're gone.
Always good. I know you're in good hands with that.
But yeah, no, that was
big up to Still in the chat. Big up to Still. How you doing, Still, mate? Gray's captain is a sackable offense.
Sackable. Strip him. Have we got a post interview of Gray? Because I'd love to see that. Oh, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that.
Can't you guess what he would say, Guy? Could you just give us like an impromptu?
Oh, wait! I have
Archie
to comb.
Gray
I have to comb my hair up, and I have to be a little bit more emo. You know,
he's very timid, isn't he, Archie Gray? He doesn't say.
So Archie, Archie,
here we go.
Today, how did you think it went today, Archie?
I think we didn't pass the ball too much, and I think we weren't great in attacking third, and I think that we could have done better.
Yeah.
Well
if only I wasn't made captain.
That's our captain for this game. Absolute shambles. Absolute shambles. Can we all agree that that game was an absolute shit show of proportions that I have not seen? And here's the thing: it
was worse than the last couple of seasons, guys.
Brentford
Honestly,
saw us coming, didn't they?
Last 2 seasons. That was the last 2 seasons' performance and worse.
Yeah, it was
shocking.
It was absolutely disgusting. We as Spurs fans, and thank God that you know how much, Dan, you know how much jip I'm getting from my god kids right now. You know how much. All right, my god kids are Charlton fans. They're well up for this game, bro. They're well up for beating us. Yeah, they're well up. Yeah, they're well up for it. But let's focus on this game. Yeah. I think let's
get back into it. Let's get back into it, Guy, and we'll bring you in the next part of it. What we're going over, which is it's a mess, man. What a mess. Big up to Sean in the chat as well. Our defenders get anything higher than 5 when you concede 3 goals, losing 3-0, and people get more than 5. Yeah, this is the history of the Tottenham. When have we heard that before? Evening to Russell as well. How you doing, man? Just talking about the ratings.
They're hyping us up. Why are they hyping us up? We know our club. Why are they hyping us up so badly? Why do they want us to do so well?
Who's hyping us up, man?
Some fans are.
Oh, rivals are. Yeah. Rivals are saying 7th, 4th, 12th. Not 12th, sorry. That was a slip of the tongue. 2nd. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I was watching that guy. What's that show? 12th Man, and that what's his name? That Wolfie bloke put us in 16th.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I reckon Brentford, right, at the start of the game, we're in the dressing room having a party. They're going, yes, man, we've got a result. Archie Gray's captain.
Yeah, lads, it's only Spurs. It's only Spurs.
Yeah. Richard Harlison up front. Yeah. Easy. More on the right. It was easy, wasn't it, for them? It was too easy. And I mean, how many
7 weeks to deal with this?
Yeah.
7 weeks to deal with this.
I need to be blind. Is my fringe long enough? Is my fringe long enough to not look?
What, like Martinez?
They've had 7 years since. It's more than 7 years since Poch went, isn't it? It's 7 years actually. 2019 he left, didn't he?
Yeah, I was just talking about this transfer window, Ellie.
Yeah.
I know, but they've had 7 years to fix it, Cookie, and they still haven't had it. They're rubbish, all of them.
Anyway,
no wonder they said we've taken our eye off the ball. You've taken your eye off everything, not just the bloody ball.
Yeah, but let's focus on this game because
Guys,
Let's
who was enjoying that Man United defeat this lunchtime?
Oh, I woke up to it. I woke up to it.
Listen. I've got to say, just before anyone else comes in, as you all know, I live in Oldham.
Yes,
I
you
moved
do.
up north a while ago. They're all United up here, right? How do you think I felt today, sitting there, supping my morning coffee, yeah, with all the United fans in Pinnies, by the way, big up to Pinnies, yeah, sitting there in my Spurs shirt with that little grin on your face as Old City.
And it gets wiped off in 35 minutes.
Do you know what?
And then you get home and then you watch that pile of
Mate,
absolute turd.
I didn't.
Right.
This is what I mean. I was like, I'm not going to give it large. I'm not going to say too much, man, until Spurs have played, because I thought, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
It's
it.
like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not glory Tottenham Hotspur. It's gory Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, gory.
It was.
We lose every week. We lose every week. You're nothing special. We lose every week.
And
we've got to get out of it, man.
Sideways everywhere we go.
Listen, we've got to do something, though, haven't we?
Banter in our team already,
Come
man.
on,
After
man.
one game, it's
I want
mad.
to see good football.
Oh, mate,
right, guys, let's crack on. Big up to Ben in the chat as well.
To Aston Villa when they play good football.
Oh.
Aston Villa, like the way they play.
Yeah, one of the promoted teams play better
Unai
football.
Emery,
Cookie
he's
said.
a good manager, man.
Look, let's crack on with it. We'll move on to the next painful part of the this whole thing, this whole mess today. Let's talk about this part here. Guys, honestly, give us your thought on this one. It's just terrible, isn't it? Absolutely shocking here. So why couldn't Spurs play through Brentford's press? And they weren't sitting back with 10 men behind the ball. Do you know what I mean? They were aggressive. They hunted Tottenham down. They wanted Spurs to try and play out. And then they jumped it onto mistakes. And look, have a look at the numbers here, guys, on this thing I brought up here. Because Brentford weren't just sitting off and allowing Spurs to pass it around.
No,
look at this. Brentford's attacking third recoveries 10, interceptions 14, Spurs to 7. Overall recovery 60 to 48, and those 10 attacking third recoveries are massive. It meant Brentford were repeatedly winning the ball back close to Tottenham's goal. So why did Spurs struggle? I think there's a few things here. Tonali never really had control of this game. Bergvall struggled massively. And they just pressed him for shit, didn't they? They pressed him all game. And obviously got subbed in at half time. And it's so bad. And they just outfought him, pushed him off the ball. And the back line is new. That's part of it. The passing relationships, obviously, they're nowhere near anything at the moment. And then eventually
was trying to pass it out, Dan, wasn't he?
Was that? Yeah, he was.
Senesi was trying to pass it out.
He was trying, but it wouldn't fit.
I do want to touch on our goalkeeper. Right? And I've seen this through pre-season with the Hoffenheim games, which did not work. So what Kinski does is he plays it not long, but kind of mid. He plays it. I know I keep shitting on Archie Gray, but this is the difference between Archie Gray and Robbo. So Kinski. Oh my god, I gotta get messy hair.
Don't worry about your
I know. No turn to turkey, bro.
No,
but Kinski needs to stop doing these mid passes to Archie Gray to midfield, where Archie Gray should take it on the chest or a elevated leg. I'm talking inside baseball and football, and Ellie will know what I'm talking about, right? So a high ball comes in, he loses it instantly. So I need Kinski to stop doing that, because I saw that in preseason and it didn't work. I saw it 4 times against Hoffenheim and it didn't work. Kinski, I'm saying to you, as a blonde boy, as a blonde brother, with a little bit of facial hair, brother, Kinski, I am begging you, If you see Archie Gray go to the wing, do not pass to him, because when he does that ping pass and Archie Gray gets it on his chest or his knee or his thigh or his instep,
Or his
he
bird
cannot
leg.
he cannot progress it. He gets intercepted. I've seen this 4 times, brother. Kinski, my Scandinavian brother.
He's on a watch then, guy. He's on a watch, yeah? Kingsley?
Yeah, he is on.
Chetsia, isn't he?
I mean, look at this. Look at this, man. I am Kinski personified. I am talking from someone who does the Robin Hood look. Please do not do that.
The thing is,
Please.
guy, I'll get you, right? But then you say, well, if he's going to go long, who's he giving it to? Because if it goes
Not
to
Archie
Richarlison,
Gray. Not Archie
man,
Gray.
he bounces off
not
all of them,
Richarlison.
mate.
Don't seek him out either.
This is what I
Steve
mean.
against the ball.
You go long,
Guys.
it's going to go Richarlison or so wanky. What's going to
so
happen? It's
bad.
just going to bounce back again.
Guys, let's go back to it, right?
Yeah.
What I was talking about. But cheers, guy, mate. I got yours. I agree with you, man. There's a lot to prove with this Kingski, man. I think it was a huge risk going in with him, but a lot of the fans were convinced with Kingski. They were saying he's the guy, he's gonna have a great season. And I thought, look, he made some good saves in pre-season, but you know, there's a lot more to it, right? Isn't there? Like Guy said there, just come out and said, so look, you know, when we were trying to like get the ball out to Richarlison, it wasn't sticking, was it? He couldn't hold on to it. He just got pushed over, fell over. Ball kept on coming back and back. So this is kind of like a talking point, I guess. This is probably more of the worrying parts of the tactical side of the performance, right? Because normally De Zerbi wants teams to press, yeah? They want teams to press him, yeah? He likes that. He plays out the press. This is what, you know, he's known for. And that's where like teams create space, right? But basically Brentford said, fine, play through us, and Spurs couldn't. So if one of De Zerbi's biggest strength is supposed to be playing through pressure, how concerning was it that Brentford's press caused us so many problems?
I can answer this question.
Go on.
All right. So again, I don't just watch the ball. I watch the players actually play, right? The press was it was one man pressing, and
Gallagher, wasn't it?
Yeah. And for me, so here we go. So oh my God, I said this is where I am going inside baseball, but we're doing it, right? Dan, you invited me, we're doing it, right? So our defensive line set up in a unifying form, right? Brentford's defense was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So they had a zigzag and they could create those triangles, and we couldn't even adapt to it. And this is the problem that we are doing. So if we press, right, and a great press is when Japan did England, right? So what they would do, they'd push one out and they push it back, and then we would push the ball, and then 3 players straight on the ball. This is the great thing that Brentford did. They didn't set up their defense as just one lateral line. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it was in a zigzag formation, and they could, with team communication, you could use 2 players to push the ball and then 1 player to intercept. And for me, I know this is inside baseball. I know I am doing proper inside baseball, and all the chat is going to get bored with this, but I don't care. Like, Spurs set up like this. They just went like this. This this is football from 1945, man. Why are we not adapting and perceiving the ball, and also like on a defense perspective? I'm seeing Robbo has got his head up, he's looking for the ball, and I'm looking all of the other people, and they're not looking up, they're not scanning.
But Guy, I know
Yep.
I hear what you're saying, right? So what do you put that down to? Yeah, why is this so
Cohesion.
bad?
It's
Yeah.
always cohesion. It's
Okay.
always
But
cohesion.
that's right though, isn't it? Because obviously it's a new team, you know, got so many new players. This sort of stuff's going to happen,
Oh,
but it was so bad. You think
you running
what
the
is he
defense?
doing in training? In, you know, what are they actually doing there? It just looks so off it, weren't it?
Hey,
So
man.
bad.
I don't know. I
I
don't
know
know.
it takes time. I know it takes time, but there was nothing there. Nothing connected at all, did it today?
Yeah.
Nothing connected.
Bro, we had Spurs players in our own half hitting each other. We had Spurs players from other half, from the central midfield colliding. They're stepping over each other, and then in the final third, they're still stepping over each other. And like to me, like I would never do that. Here's the thing: it's just talking. Oh my god, here we go. Talking as a footballer, I think they should be communicating on the pitch. Maybe there's a miscommunication on the pitch, but like we've got defenders running into each other. Not even that, CDMs running into each other. We've got midfielders running into each other. We've got attackers running into each other. To me, this is indicative of an undrilled squad. Putting my football hat on as a player, I'm seeing this as undisciplined. It's just terrible. It's
Yeah. Did you see Zerbi on the side
yeah, he went
was cursing. He was cursing.
he
he was
went
so
like this.
frustrated, weren't he? He was going out of his mind. He weren't happy at all. I bet he gave him a right bollocking after that game. He must have.
Rightly so, because we can't
he's
have
setting
this.
his team up though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? He's setting his team up, so he's got to take some accountability for it as well, because it was a fucking mess. Let's be honest. Let's go to the chat. Let's go to the chat, guys. Anyway, let's talk Tottenham. Big up to Danny for the raid, mate. And thank you everyone for coming over from his show as well. Appreciate you all. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Subscribe to my guests. I'll get their links up shortly. And he basically says, look, you play players to strength. Going long was stupid. It just kept coming back and back. It did. And if you allow a team to continually push forward, they're more likely to score. Guess what happened? They got 3. I can't argue with that.
Yeah,
honestly,
exactly.
I can't. It's spot on. And Adrian's saying Bergvall cannot be trusted in part of a midfield pivot. Can't be trusted. Full stop. I just don't want to see that ever again. Bergvall in that position. No, I don't want to see it.
I thought Ardezi had worked that out though, Dan, last year.
I don't understand him. I don't get it.
I'm Scandinavian. I'm Scandinavian, and I will stick up for Bergvall because that's how you pronounce it. But he fucked up. That motherfucker fucked up. He fucked up.
Oh, dreadful performance, weren't it? Dreadful.
Yeah.
Hooked off at half time. He should have gone off sooner. When that second goal went in, I was like, we got to get him off now. Get Bentancur on there. Fernandez, someone.
Bentancur.
He was a bit rusty, weren't he? He gave away a penalty, didn't he? Came on, but when he came on, there was a little bit more stability in the second half.
Here's the thing: it didn't get scored, so you kind of got to let him off for that.
Oh dear, guys. Honestly, let's go to a couple more comments before we go back to the tactical rubbish of this match. It's terrible stuff today. Look, Premier Hotspur TV, evening to you, said we just need to calm down as a fan base and give this time. We all knew can't change everything at one window. It's going to take a few windows to get where we want to be, of course, man. But what we do, we analyze
can't
games,
calm
man.
down, man.
We analyze games, and it weren't just as simple as that. It's players missing, new players playing together,
yellow.
first game of the season. It's about it was so bad. Wasn't it?
It was horrific.
It was so bad. It wasn't just a narrow loss.
Dan, it's not so bad. It was horrific.
Yeah, it was horrific. But what we got to talk about it, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? We have to talk about it, and we got to look at it, why it went so bad, and try and get our heads around it. Because I look, when I saw that lineup come out, I expected a loss. I've got to be honest there. Out
you
captain.
said that to me on WhatsApp.
Before the game? Yeah, I think I did. I predicted a loss.
Yeah.
When I saw the line, that was it. It was all over.
I was the optimistic one. I said a draw.
I said a win.
A draw. Huh?
I said we'd win.
No, but you were joking, Cookie. You were joking. You weren't.
That was before I see the team lineup.
And there was someone in your chat, Cookie. There was someone in your chat.
It was
vibes. Said, why are we all being negative? Why are we moaning?
That's right, yeah.
And I turned around to him.
I think it was Steve.
Moaning? Guy, man, let me finish, man. You keep interrupting. Please, man. Yeah, and there's a guy in your chat, Cookie, who said, you're all moaning before the game started. What's all this negativity about? We're going to win, whatever. I said, I don't think he definitely said we're going to win, but he didn't like that everyone was moaning about the lineup. And I turned around to him. I said, listen, why do you think we're going to win this game? Why? Based on what? And he didn't answer it. He just kind of spoke about something else because after we saw the lineup, no one predicted a win. Most people didn't predict a win before the game. Anyway, you're crazy to. Absolutely crazy to after this preseason. No forwards in, these new players coming into the side. But the performance should have been better than this. It really should have.
There wasn't even a sign of cohesion or anything.
No cohesion.
But this is what happens when you go into a Premier League campaign. Undercooked. That's the terminology that I would use. All those players that were on the bench, and none of them were trusted to come on until the Zerbi thought it was really necessary at 2-0 down.
100%, man. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Terrible.
We ain't had a bench like that for God knows how long. I can't remember the last time. Luca Williams-Barnett squeezing in at 17 years old. Just on the end there for the experience.
I would rather not. I don't want to think about a 17-year-old squeezing into anything.
No,
mate.
There you go, mate. Well,
Glenn
that's just
Hoddle
the
was
sort
17.
of filth that comes out of your mind.
But Glenn Hoddle was 17 when he made his debut.
This is true, Ellie.
That's an exceptional talent.
Yeah.
That's different, though, isn't it, Ellie? That was, they're talking about.
That was in the day when footballers were footballers.
Yeah.
And they were allowed to express themselves.
I bet he didn't come into a bad team like this, though, Eddie, did he? I bet he didn't.
No, the thing is, if he did, he would have brightened up any team, Glenn Hoddle, because he was an exceptional talent. He just had it, didn't he?
Anyway,
he did.
On this and on this game, I think that this game is a reality check to Spurs fans and rival fans and all of them saying like, oh, Spurs are moving mad. We're moving mad. No,
we got slated, didn't we? And afterwards, presses. Brentford beat high spending Spurs. It's just fucking hell. Honestly,
it is fucking hell. It's fucking hell, bro. It is fucking hell.
If Brentford don't lose their next game, it's going to be like, if they, I don't know what their next game is, but if they lose it,
Charlton.
They'll probably lose it, won't they?
Oh, I could speak.
That's our next game, Charlton.
Yeah,
What's next game?
Yeah,
I thought they'd probably go lose to some crap team.
No, they're not crap, mate. They beat West Ham tonight.
Oh, I know,
No.
but I'm not talking about Charlton. I'm talking about Brentford's next game, who they're playing. If they
I'll find
lose to
out.
that team, you know, it just shows you where we're at.
I'll look
Yes,
it. I'll look
it
at it,
does.
Ellie. I'll find out who they're playing next.
Yeah.
But look, let's move on a bit. So it weren't just a tactical bad performance; it was the physical battle, wasn't it, today? Right?
Yes.
And
We
and
got
because
bullied.
It was just the basic stuff, right?
Mm.
But
We
Brentford
got
was stronger.
bullied.
They were quicker to lose balls. They competed better. And whenever the game became physical, Tottenham looked very, very uncomfortable. And, you know, then you think back, you know, you needed who do you think we would need in that midfield from last season for a physical battle?
Paulinho.
Yeah. Cookie.
What? What's the matter?
See, again? What was it? Paulinho.
Paulinho.
Right, you could give Sean a run for his money with that laugh.
Yeah,
Listen.
but the problem is, like, here's the thing, like, the Zerbi brought in progressive, like, I said this all season, and I knew De Zerbi's vision because all of the players that he brought in were progressive players, which we lacked in the last 2-3 seasons. But the problem is please win the physical battles, and we saw it. And if I was De Zerbi right now, I again putting my De Zerbi hat on, I would say you need to be a lot more physical. You need to take them on. I didn't see any of that.
Exactly why I wanted to keep Paulinho as a squad player. That would
Yeah.
have been £20 million well
I
spent.
agree, Ellie.
Yeah.
I totally
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Agree.
A lot of people
Agree.
don't know, like Lubo on
Yeah,
Downfall said,
yeah,
"What about Chelsea game? We played shit. All the players played shit against Chelsea away, the whole lot of them. And then you can't call that Paulinho because he was our saviour. If
Yes,
it
he
weren't for
was.
him, we wouldn't be here talking
I
about
agree. I totally agree.
Brentford.
But woulda, coulda, shouldas. That's the thing. We
Yeah, we
are
didn't.
dealing.
That's it. It's
Would
the
you have
end of the
kept in
story.
Guy, would you have kept Paulinho as a squad player?
Fuck yes. I
Go
think
on,
that
Guy, you sell him.
I think that he would have been Tottenham's version of fucking Rodri. He
What?
would have. This mother. All right. I
He's
have
not
to keep.
quite Rodri, but
Not
he's
Rodri,
he's
he's
a
a different player.
Graham. He's
But
like a Graham Roberts stroke Stevie Perriman
Yeah.
hybrid.
This again,
That's what I see him.
Paulinho. I always said when Paulinho. I said this to you, Dan.
He said it to me, Dan.
Yeah. He would tackle a grandma if her purse was stolen. He would go to ground. This is the guy that would live and breathe the pitch. Like, I'm not a CDM. I am a cam, right? So yeah.
Big up the cams in the world.
Yeah, I know. We are giving our greatest love, but like, here's the thing: if you fuck up as a cam, you rely on the CDM, man.
Yeah.
You rely on that CDM, and Paulinho was.
He was on it, weren't he?
Yeah, he was on it.
Yeah, but this is a concern.
Celebrating.
Cookie. I'm going to go to Cookie in a sec,
Yeah.
but this is a concern, right? We're gonna need players who can, physical battle. And you look at Tonali, you look at Fernandez. Yes, they can tackle, intercept, position himself well, but they're not huge players, are they? They're not. When the game gets real dirty, is this going to be a little bit of a problem for Matt this season? Is this a little bit of taste what could come in certain matches this season? Not having that, a big physical presence. Look at the Brentford signing today. What's his name? Sangare. Yeah,
Yeah.
a gem out of Lens, right? Lens came second, didn't they, in the French league last season?
Yeah,
And
they
great
did.
little buy that was. He was brilliant
They
today,
should have
weren't he?
won
But
it, really.
what's that?
They should have won it, really. They were heading that league for some time, and
Yeah.
they dropped off, and PSG took over. Yeah, I agree
Good
with you,
player.
man.
Do you like him? Do you like him, that
Yeah,
player,
he's very
Sangara?
good.
He-
Yeah, his movement is good. He's an intelligent footballer, and he got a standing O when he came off. That shows you how much the Brentford fans appreciated his effort, but he's also his guile and his willingness to get in front of his marker. Like, we had none of that.
I
Only
don't know.
Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore
Well,
made
apart from
himself available.
Bentancur had a couple of slide tackles, which I was like, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
Bentancur's a bit of a hard nut. He doesn't look physically strong when you look at him, but he's
No, he's
a
been
bit,
to Turkey.
yeah, like when you look at him, he's not a slim player and he's not a tough player like Paulinho, but he can get about the pitch and he can put his foot in, can't he, when he needs to.
Oh, Ellie, I really want you to rate me on a FIFA card at some point. Give me the honest reaction
Do you know what?
on a FIFA card.
That could be my vocation, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a retired lady. If they pay me well, I'll come out of retirement, mate.
I do want you to rate me as a footballer. Just like give me a FIFA card, bro. Let's go.
Do they do
I'd have to
minuses,
watch you
Guy?
play though first, Guy.
Oh,
Right,
Get out
play
here,
on
man.
let's
anything.
get back into it. Let's
Get
get
out
back
here.
into it. Get back into it, guys. People will want to hear what we're talking about the game. Come on, let's get back into it. So look, it's just our aerial stuff. So we just lost. You
All
know,
right, then.
aerial
Can
duels.
I
We lost.
actually touch on the aerial? Can I touch on
Yeah.
the aerial duels?
Go
Yeah.
on.
We are shit at aerial duels.
But I kind of thought that would happen, didn't you?
We didn't win
just-
nothing though.
I-
Dan. Even long
Ajar's
balls up,
about
we weren't
6'5", isn't he? Ajar's like up to the sky, and the rest of their players are bully beef, aren't they? They're like tough.
Bully
The
beef.
only skinny one really is Damsgaard, and he came on about 80th minute or 78th
Yeah, very
minute or
physical,
something.
very physical side, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They know how to put it about.
But they play as well. They play as well. It's
Yeah,
not
they've
just
got-
physical. They knock
I
it around
honestly
well.
think.
Yeah. He's got them
Yeah, I
coached really
honestly
well.
think, in Tottenham's defense or offense, we ain't physical, bro. And I like I said to Eugene, I said this is championship level football.
Mm.
And the thing is, what? And again, Charlton beating West Ham, yay! But for me, I'm like looking at Spurs players, and I'm like, can you not jump? Can you not head? Can you not like instep control ball?
But it's the height as well, guys, isn't it? The height of our
Yes.
side.
Even with
we ain't
Charlton.
got a big side, have we?
No, and
Yeah.
even with Charlton, who's noted for his aerial ability in the box, right? No crosses were made in the air to
4
utilise him.
successful crosses,
And-
Eddie, out of 13
Yeah,
today.
Yeah,
and then,
zero.
true.
Zero
And then when it was
successful.
pumped up to him at a height, he jumped up like a lame twat and didn't even make an effort to bloody win the ball. I was
Yeah.
thinking, jump up, man, and try and win the ball like
Ellie,
you
could
do
you
in the box.
explain lame twat?
Lame
I
twat
love
is
that.
just
I'm a
I
bit
love
lost
that.
idiot.
I
The
love
head's going
that. I
round a
love
bit,
that.
and
I'm not
somebody should bloody play football. That's a lame
right.
chatting. They should do like they should be stay doing like an office job, not bloody
Dan.
playing football.
Dan,
Lame
can
twat.
we put this into the archives of history? A lame twat.
You know what? I'm bringing them all out because on the Stealth Show I said the lurgy we've got the
The
lurgy. He said he hasn't heard that since he was like a little kid.
That's an old one, that is, Ellie.
It
That's a
is. It
really old
shows
one.
my
That's a
age, doesn't it? I
School.
think
That was a long, long
Yes.
time ago.
Cookie,
Guys, come on,
he
let's get a
piped
bit of
up
order
when
in
he
the
heard
room.
the lurgy.
Let's get a bit of order in the room, right? We've
Well, let's
lost it.
get back to the football.
We've lost
Come
it.
on.
We've
Sort
absolutely
them out,
lost it.
Dan. Sort them
Huh?
out.
That's
Sort
my
them out,
fault.
Dear
Dan.
me. Let's get. We need to.
I'll blame Guy.
Oh, yeah, you come
blame
on
me
in
for
and
everything.
you
It's fine.
disrupted the show, man. You
he
disrupted the rhythm.
supports Charlton. What are you on about?
I just want to say, smash the likes. And
Yeah,
I
so
have
what
no
are we
Smash
on,
share.
what
the
we on
lights.
next, Dan? What are we
Okay.
talking about?
Well, I hadn't
Next.
finished speaking, and everybody jumped in, which is fine. Well, let's
Listen,
keep
Yeah.
going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Archie
We won't
Gray.
interrupt you.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. We need to have a little bit of a laugh after today, man. It's been a
Archie
shocking day.
Gray.
Archie Gray, and we need to discuss him. Bergvall as well.
I'd
You know,
love to discuss
Playing
him.
at right back, playing against a physical Premier League team. I just so predicted this when I saw him at right back against Brentford, and that bit of pace they've got on the wing, and I just, dearie man, the captain thing. I mean, it's just not on, is it? And you know, is really Zerbi putting Archie Gray in the best possible position, situation to succeed? Because I don't think he is. And the
No.
same with Bergvall. You know, people talk he's very talented, but today he was just bullied off the ball. And you know, can you blame losing physical battles on players, right? Not knowing each other, or is it that something every player should be able to bring regardless of the system? What do you reckon on that, guys?
What are these players thinking that Bergvall's talented?
I'll let her talk. I'll let
Yeah,
the
I just
lovely
wanted to
lady
say,
talk.
who are these people saying that Bergvall is talented? Yes, he can run with the ball, but when he gets there, 9 times out of the 10, he doesn't make the right decision. And 9 times out of the 10, I'd say 5 times out of 10, he'll lose the ball. Then say 4 out of 10, he doesn't know what to do with the ball. He's looking around, he's stalling. Then they nick the ball off him. And they're off, aren't they, Brentford? They're like whippets, whoosh, right through our middle.
Is that
Right.
because of Ellie? Here's the thing that I've seen on Bergvall and Berryval, because I'm half Scandinavian, so I need to say this. But here's the thing: they are again nick the ball off. Your words, and I know it's horrendous because here's the thing: Archie Gray's and Berryval's first touches are horrific.
Yeah.
They're horrific. They're
no Berbatov, are they?
Oh yeah. But not.
So what do you do with them, guys? Guys, I know, Guy, you're into coaching and all of that. Ellie, you played the game. You know,
I've done
what
a bit
are you
of coaching
doing?
as well.
Yeah, and coaching. So what would you do with a player like Bergvall Gray now? You know, if you were Zerbi, what would you do here? Because I don't think Zerbi's making the right decisions
Me
around those two players.
personally, I wouldn't have them around the club. I wouldn't have them at our club. They're not good enough.
Echo.
Even though Gray's got potential as a utility player, he hasn't found his spot right, and he wants to play. He wants to play midfield, but when he's not good enough, there's better midfielders at the club. So I would loan them out. I'd actually sell Bergvall because I don't think he's got it. He's that last bit. He can run, but he can't do that last bit, and you need that last bit. Then Bele had that last bit. He could do everything Bergvall can do, put his foot in, shield the ball, run with the ball, but there's no end product. So we have to offload him. It takes 60 million. I'll bite your hand off for that, right? And then Gray, I'd loan him out because I can see he can develop. Right, he's got a little bit more about him, than Bergvall. So that's what I would do personally.
I want to hear from Cookie before he jumps because Cookie's got to go soon. Cookie, any thoughts on those two?
Listen, Bergvall he's got no place. I'm sorry. if we're going down this road of buying these players that we are, especially in midfield, like we've bought, Gallagher and Bentancur are in front of him. I don't see what he brings to the team apart from running around like one of them for the whole game. Right? I don't get what's going on. I don't get why Gray's captain. The only reason I can see it is because he was the only one of the 5 that are in the leadership group, that was available. And he has captained pre-season games as well, leading up to where we are now. Does that make it right? No, it doesn't. Right? He should be nowhere near captain in Tottenham, in my opinion. Right? That's just me. Right? Other people might see and feel differently about it. But that's
I feel exactly the same.
Look, it is what it is. It's gone. We've got to get over it and we've got to move on. And the board have got to bring these bloody players in. Stop pissing about. Please, just do whatever you're going to do. Bring them in. Give the manager a chance. Because he fucked up today. There's no doubt about it. Right? But they're all to blame. You can look at Enoch and say, well, what have you been doing for the last 7 weeks? Right? Maybe they have been doing shit, but it hasn't translated into anything, has it? We still haven't got these players over the line for whatever reason.
Well,
right?
It's got to be done soon. It's got to be done. There's a week left? Over a week left to go, isn't there? What is it? 1st of September it closes, right?
Spurs need to get busy, Dan. Yeah, Spurs need to get busy.
And I just want to bring in Vodal's comment here because he did make one earlier, and I said I'll bring it back up.
Yeah.
He says, prevailing wisdom from many channels was the kids were the problem. Well, many of the kids have gone, and this was as bad as it gets. If you pass so poorly, invite battles into the midfield. Okay, so I get what you're saying, Rudolph. I do, but we did have quite a few kids out there today, didn't we? Unless are you counting Tell as a kid?
Yeah.
Archie Gray, 5.
Tell,
Cookie,
Gray, Bergville. Who were the other 2? What's his face? Help me out, Ellie. I can't even think of the geezer's name.
The youngsters.
Yeah, to find Mikey Moore.
Mikey Moore, Gray, Bergville, Tell, if you can, Tell. And
that's too many.
Mikey
too many.
Moore.
It's too many in the lineup, guys. Too many in the lineup.
What we done with Dan Scarlett? Have we put him out on loan again? I don't know.
Sell him. Sell him.
He's not cut the mustard. I had good hopes for him, but he let me down a little bit. I really liked him because I used to watch him when he was a kid. Because there's a video out when he was 8 years old and they won a tournament, and he was really good, and he was bloody good in the research. It was the old, not combination, but it was the under 21s, under 17s, under 18s, under 21s, and he was doing really well for England. And then he just went off the boil. I don't get it. Some players, they don't fulfil their potential, do they? And I think Bergville's one of them. Yeah. I mean, he's not lived up to his hype, has he?
So what's De Zerbi saying then, Ellie? What's De Zerbi saying? Why is he bigging him up so much? Why are other managers bigging him up so much? I don't know what
they see. I don't know what they see.
They see him every day in training, don't they? This is the thing. We're fans. We watch them. Cookie, mate, you got to jump, right, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, everyone.
Love you, Cooks. Love you, Cooks. Love you, Cooks. Love you, Cooks.
Thanks
for having me, subscribe to Cookie. Please subscribe to Cookie.
Soon, Dad. Speak to you tomorrow. Big up, Ellie.
Big up tomorrow, mate. Go and watch Cookie's show in the morning. Guys, can we just try not to interrupt each other, because I think people are getting a bit pissed off in the chat. So just try and I know we're enjoying ourselves, but just try and we all can have a chance to speak. Thanks, man. Thanks, everyone.
All right, I'll pose.
Guys, link as well. Go and subscribe to the guy. Thank you very much, Ellie. I had yours there as well in the chat. I'll find it again. I'll bring it back up for your X channel as well.
Yeah.
I'll
I've
bring it
got
up.
X and I've got my TikTok. My TikTok is better. No, I wouldn't say it's better than my X. My X is good, but I like my TikTok because I have a little bit of fun on there. I put loads of videos on with music, and yeah, I'll just keep it Spurs really, and then banter Arsenal because they need bantering, don't they? The little gits 1-3-0.
Let's go to the chat. Get some comments up from the chat before we carry on. I wouldn't have kept Paulinia. We needed Paulinia plus. I don't know who that is, Adrian. Who's a Paulinia plus out there you could get for about 25 million? I don't know, or maybe a bit more. Paulinia was better than Solanke Madison. Let's have a look at this one. Interesting that Saka Rice were fit enough to play Friday, but VDV and Porro couldn't even make the bench.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
they're on a
They got
sabbatical.
back.
First
They got back
game
earlier,
of
didn't
the
they?
season.
Saka and Rice. I know
First
Porro
game
made
of
the final.
season.
Yeah, he did, and he won the final, and he played very well for Spain. They played him the right way.
Hey, go on with the chats. Go on.
Yeah, so Rudolph in the chat says, Queen Ellie, agreeing with you, I would have kept Paulini and sold Danzo, but my opinion was not popular. Paulini kept us up and made very few errors, and his passing was better than Danzo. He made errors on the turn. Yeah, Danzo. Yeah, another one is a bit of a concern, isn't it? Coming in to cover Van Heck. I don't know. I mean, he probably would have more suited today's game with the amount of pressure we're under in the box.
He's physical, isn't he?
Yeah. Random number, evening to you. Van Ack lost all the duels in the first half. I saw him win one in the second half, so maybe it was better, but he's a centre back. Didn't have a great performance. Random number, Van Heck today. Didn't look with it, did he? Look, the whole team didn't, to be honest, but
No.
you need players to step up, don't you? You need players to take responsibility on the pitch. I don't think anyone took it today on there, didn't they? Nobody stepped up, really. I saw Tonali try.
No.
But he was all alone in there. Second half, he had a bit more help with Bentancur and Fernandes coming on. But it was just too late. And even so, when we were getting the ball, we were keeping the ball, but it went to that forward line. And it was just nothing. No one to pick a pass. Tell when he did set up more. Was it Tell the whole time he set up more? Those 3 chances. Was it Tell every time? I can't remember now. I remember a couple of them.
Every time.
Was it? Who got it over to Moore?
Yeah, it was. He
Okay.
put him in twice, and then Moore cut him from the right for his third chance, and he sort of cut across, and then he done a shot straight at Kelleher. Made it easy for him.
Yeah, just didn't have the confidence. I don't know. Couldn't put them away. There were big chances. If there was a kudos there on the end of it, well, better forward. Maybe we could have got a couple of goals today. So it's just disappointing, isn't it? Sonny's also talking about Van Heck made the most mistakes. I've had a few people in the chat say that tonight. Davis should have started and been skipper today. Well, I don't know about that, Sonny. But looking on that performance, he wouldn't have done any worse, would he? To be honest, it wasn't. I mean, Senesi, what did you make of his performance, guys? He's quite a small centre back, isn't he? Did he look quite as? Is it me or was it? He looks quite. Yeah.
To me, it's 8. It's all right. It's fine.
What?
To me, it's 8. It's
What's
all
that?
right. It's
He's
all
all right.
right. Yeah,
He was
all right.
He was all right.
Yeah,
He
it's all
looks
right.
quite small though in the box when he was marking one of their centre backs, I think, and he looked. The other players towered right over him. I do worry with this side with the kind of set pieces this season, corner kicks, free kicks, and all of that. I just do worry that we're going to get caught out aerially. I know we did. I mean, it was a problem, wasn't it, today on the whole game? I mean, when I'm thinking back at the goals, was it aerially that we lost out?
Lots
I don't know. I
of
can't
set
remember
pieces.
now.
Lots of set pieces, man. And here's the thing. Again, going back to when I said defensive line, we were static. We were and there's what don't.
I get it. Well,
Yeah.
we weren't at the races today. It was just we got to sort of. I think we got to draw a line under it because at the end of the day, like I said, it wasn't our best team, right? And the fact
No,
is,
a proper B team.
yeah, it's a
This
B
was our B
team,
team.
and with
And
youngsters
here's the
thrown in at
thing,
the deep
though,
end.
Ellie, here's the thing. That was our B team, right? So usually we field our B team into the cups,
Yeah,
and not just the Carabao, and also you got to realize we've got
FA
3
Cup as well.
titles. We got 3 titles to get through. So
Yeah, well, we're not winning the league title, so we can write that one off. So we're going for
yeah,
2, really.
yeah.
But
The
these
EFL Cup
guys,
and the FA Cup.
these players we're gonna have to rely on, aren't we? Hopefully, we'll shift some out before the end of the window. But when you're looking at players coming in for injuries and stuff, this is what we've got, isn't it? And this is going to be a problem. And a lot of that team, I would shift out who played today. I don't really want to see them much. Maybe the odd 1 or 2 can cover in a game, but so many, they're just going to let us down, aren't they? Let's be honest. They're going to struggle so much. Go on, Guy.
It's only one question. Do you think, like, considering we are playing a B team, do you think, like, Roberto De Zerbi is saying to the A team, don't fuck up as much as those do? Like,
I think De Zerbi was a bit of a lame wet fish today.
Who, De Zerbi?
Yeah, he was like resigned to losing, and like I always see a passionate De Zerbi who's up and coaching the players and encouraging them and talking. He did a little bit early doors when we were when he didn't know what was going to unveil in front of his eyes, and then he was just talking to the coaches.
I'm going to talk about De Zerbi
with a
in a minute.
look on his face.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about what he said in the press conference in a minute. I'm going to bring it up.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that
on the screen, but I'll read it out. But one Spurs King has made a point here, evening to you. When's this fan base going to call out Gallagher's crap performances? He's the most protected player in this squad. I hear you, man. I'm not being impressed from him, but we keep saying he's a good professional. Gallagher, experience. I don't know really where he fits into a De Zerbi style of play. Yes, with the pressing, but he weren't good today. He weren't good at all. We didn't offer anything. I didn't even notice he was playing Gallagher. Did you guys notice he was playing?
I just noticed his hair bobbing up and down. That's all.
Look, I've talked to you about Gallagher privately and publicly. I've seen him since Atletico Madrid. I know how he plays, and look, at the end of the day, Simeone let him go because he could not play in what he does. So Simeone plays in a high press kind of haram style of football. Here's the thing. Look, again, Charlton. He played for Charlton, man. Like, I love him to bits. I actually do like Conor Gallagher as a player, but he is what he is now. And that is different where he was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
And I said to everyone, we are getting a Conor Gallagher that is haram. And he is not the same type of Conor Gallagher that we would see at Chelsea, that we would see at Charlton, because players evolve, right? It is what it is, man. I have an insider information on like Conor Gallagher because I have his like total like thing. But yeah, I just think, come on, man, give some more.
I think his effort is good. I think he does put the effort in, but he just hasn't got
There's
the.
got to be more to that, Ellie, though,
He
isn't it?
hasn't
To a
got the
footballer.
tech. He
Yeah, he
hasn't
hasn't got
got
the
the tech.
tech. Yeah, hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, we need more from players in that midfield area. It's won and
We
lost
had-
in games, honestly. It's won and lost in games. And evening to Claire in the chat, I hope you're good. And she says she likes Paulinho, in my opinion, scored some important goals. He did. I think as a player that we should have held on to. Not necessarily had to start every game, but there's certain games you need a Paulinho type player in there. I really do. I think that's kind of a bit of a loss there. You know, are we going to go and sign another midfielder in this window? It's unlikely. You know, especially with the loving Bergvalls getting and Gray from the Zerbi. I just don't understand it. I thought we were going to move away from the youth this season, but it looks like they're going to be playing a key part. And it's disappointing to see that, especially when I see them performances today. No surprise. No surprise there. Let's go, Rob, in the chat. I'm going to go back to Zerbi's comments in a minute. Still think 40 conceded goals this season is going to be a hard push. Maybe getting under 50 more practical objective. That's not good, is it? It's not good, but I get your worries after defensive performance like that. Obviously, what VDV to come back, Porro to come back. Yeah, we've got to give this a little bit of time. I said this. I've gone banging on about it all pre-season, you know, all the summer, that this team's not ready. We won't get up and running probably until October, November. And then where will that leave us in the table at that stage? Who knows? But yeah, we're just so underprepared. And it's going to take a lot of time for the players to get used to Zerbi to get his message across, shifting out some of these players before the window's end. Yeah, there's a lot of work to do. We do have to be a bit patient, I guess. But
so much.
It was a mess today. It was an absolute mess, which I didn't think it'd be that bad. Big up to Philly in the chat as well, mate. How you doing, man? Nice chatting to you earlier, mate. I hope you're good, buddy.
I chatted to him this week. We had a nice chat. But like, you know, De Zerbi about the Bergvall loving, right? I was just thinking of that song, Give Me All Your Loving Kisses Too. You know what? I don't get it. I just don't get how he can see. What is he seeing, Dan? What is he seeing that we're not seeing?
That's why I asked you, Ellie, because, you know, you've been in and around football and you don't get it. Many people don't get it. I don't know what it is, honestly. Dan in the chat, big up to you, mate. Maybe you had a good show earlier.
Yes.
WTF.
What the F?
You weren't happy today, Danny. But you were right. He called out so many things, mate, and it all came true today. Gray, Pinsky, Bergwolf, the front line, all of it. Got a super chat. I really appreciate it. Random number, cool channel, respect. Big ups to you, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate it. I really do. Thanks so much. Let's see if there's something. Oh, guys, just going for a piss in the chat there. You had to pop away. Look, let's go to Zerbi's. What's he saying, Zerbi? Ellie, have you heard it today? I've heard it.
No, I haven't seen his press conference because after my husband came in from the QPR match, which was a bore fest, I watched that. And then he came in, he was quite miserable. And then he said, "What's for dinner?" That's what he always says to me, "What's for dinner?" He don't say, "I love you, El." Not afterwards, he might, after I've cooked him the meal.
Right, let's go to Zerbi.
At my age, I'll take anything.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a nice bit of dinner tonight. It was nice. So, you know, halloumi. I had a bit of halloumi tonight. I love it. I love halloumi.
Oh, halloumi, yeah. It's Cypriot, isn't it?
Lovely, lovely stuff.
Made by the Cypriot gods.
That's why it tastes so good, right?
Yeah.
Look, let's go with Zerbi's comments today. So he's talking about, you know, we're not a team yet. And, you know, this is the biggest theme of the press conference, you know, reasons, lots of new players returning late from the World Cup. Pre-season was disrupted, the Australia trip. Oh God, excuses here. So many excuses. Players haven't developed connections to each other yet. Obvious things here, aren't they? The team doesn't yet have an identity he wants. And he did say that. I've got to give him this, Zerbi, in his press conference yesterday. He didn't expect miracles. He said, like, you know, you can spend all this money, doesn't mean anything, and we have to prove it on the pitch. Yeah. And so, yeah, there is a bit of that. I get that. He was talking sense yesterday, and he's just kind of reiterating that in the press conference after the game today. Another key point was he was talking before about targets. Spurs have to become a team. So again, he's refusing to put a lead position or a trophy expectation on this season yet, which like myself, I don't have much expectations this season, but I do expect some basic level of organisation, and I do expect a manager to play players that are going to make a difference. And they were available on the bench today. Yes, they may not be fully fit, but they should have started. He should have started them, and then took them off later on in the game. We just got battered, just got absolutely battered. And then he's talking about the physicality to behind where they should be. He said we're not in the right point physicality condition. He said he already warned this about after Hoffenheim World Cup. He blamed. It's a very repetitive press conference. It looks like, but he said he did say this, right? Because I ain't seen his comments, so this is the first time. So give him a chance, right? So what really angered him, right? He said Spurs didn't compete, right? And this was, one of our biggest problems we have with their side and the performance today. We did not compete. We really didn't.
I know.
And it wasn't because we simply lost 3-0. He said we lost too many duels, got their pressing timings wrong. We're second to virtually every second ball. Completely different what we saw at the end of last season, right? Didn't win tackles, didn't compete strongly enough. And essentially Brentford were physically and competing better than Spurs. They had quite a good pre-season, settled side, blah-de-blah-de-blah. We all knew what was coming. Zerbi made it clear that this part cannot just be blamed on fitness and new players. He said, we could fight stronger than we did today. And that's a significant criticism of the players. And when he, before the game, they have a little Sky Sports interview.
Yeah.
And he was talking and he was bigging up the players, that actually started the game today. Obviously everybody is aware that, so many key players was missing for the team, but he was back in his team. He was back in his team. But it's just come back and just slapped him right in the face, hasn't it? But still protecting Lucas Bergvall. He said Bergvall made a mistake leading to Brentford's second goal and was taken off at half time, but Zerbi refused to throw him under the bus. His argument was basically Bergvall is 20 years old. He will make mistakes now. He won't make in 2 years. It doesn't help us, does it? It really doesn't help us. Zerbi even admitted he knew before the game that Bentancur probably would have coped better with this type of match. That's interesting. So he's essentially saying Bentancur was probably the safer option for Brentford, but developing Bergvall as part of the bigger project. Well, this is where I have a problem. I'll bring you guys in here in the chat. Do you agree with this sort of shit, really? Because I'm not happy about this. Like, I thought we got to start building a competitive team. And Bergvall, I'm sorry, he shouldn't be anywhere near it. Honestly, I just really starts to piss me off when I read comments like this. Guys, come in here.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, Dan, about Zerbi. I think he's overhyping the player, especially Bergvall. I just think he's not my cup of tea, right? He was early doors when I saw him. I thought he links up well, but it's just that final bit. He's got to get that right. If he gets that right, he could be a very good player because he'll pass the ball and create a goal, or he'll score himself. Because we've seen him score a couple, haven't we? He scored a really good goal against Liverpool where he drove forward and then just whacked it in the corner. And then we saw him score an opportunist goal against West Ham where Romero picks him out beautifully and he heads the ball, glides it over the goalie. That was a good goal. Right, if he could do more of that, we'd get on board with him, but he doesn't. And he's more often than not, he makes rash tackles because it's like youth exuberance, isn't it? I want to get my foot in, but he makes the wrong decisions in that respect as well. You see, and he does make a few mistakes and he loses the ball quite often. So he's got to hone up his game.
And we can't afford this though, Ellie.
No,
And we can't afford to have him in the team just so waiting that he's going to come good. Like it's gonna drop. We're going to drop so many points with him in that midfield. I'll go to Guy here. Guy, what are you making of Zerbi's comments there? Because I'm not happy about them.
I'm absolutely not happy about it. Of course I'm not, because it's a loss and he has a complete dispossession. At the end of the day, I've seen look, I'm Scandinavian, right? So I have got some fight in this Bergvall, Bergvall motherfucker. And he was super hyped to us, wasn't he? Lamasia, like, and I'm seeing him and look, everyone goes headless chicken. He is a headless chicken. He is.
What was De Zerbi thinking? What was De Zerbi thinking playing him that deep? What was he thinking today?
I actually want to push my laptop up to you. Here's the thing. What position does he play for us?
He's like a 6'8", isn't he? He's not a 10. He's more of an 8, I would say, rather than a 6. Because if you play him in the 6, he's just full of mistakes, like today. So I think he's more of an 8 driving forward, like a deep line playmaker, picks up the ball and then runs with it and then does nothing with it.
Okay. Can you give me examples of when he's done that?
Well, when he runs with the ball, he's very progressive when he gets going, yeah? He doesn't do it the whole of the game. Sometimes he'll lay it off and then move into space. And he generally doesn't get the ball passed back to him.
When the heat comes to him. But here's the thing, and my counter argument is, as a player, like when pressure comes to him, he folds. I feel like he folds.
It's true.
Right?
And he's got a very big error in him. A couple of times it'll make
He nearly
errors.
done it in the first 3 minutes. Guys.
Yeah.
First 3 minutes, he gave the ball away. They nearly scored.
And we're 1-0 down.
No,
he did it in a European game
then, but we weren't long.
Goal.
That goal was coming. The goal was coming from Brentford. Everyone could see it.
Because here's the thing, like I am. Dan knows this. I don't defend a player at all. Dan, you know this. Yeah. I'm like womp. So I ask, what does this player give to us? And for me, in the last 2 seasons, he did really good at recovery balls. And in this game, no recovery balls. So for me, like I'm like I say, I'm quite happy to sell him. I'm Scandinavian. I'm okay. We got Mickey van der Ven. It's fine. But I just look at him and go, okay, so what recovery balls? We say he runs around like a headless chicken. Wait, Ellie, just 1 minute. Let me finish this. He runs around, but Gallagher is good at recovery balls. Is Bergvall better at recovery balls?
No. Gallagher's better. Gallagher's better at pressing as well. But they're both not good enough, in my opinion. We need better. So hopefully he'll play Bentancur, Fernandez and Tonali as our midfield 3. That's what I'd prefer to see.
It has to happen. It has to happen next game. I can't see Bergvall in there again. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't see it. Look, let's go to the chat, and I want to carry on with saying what De Zerbi's saying, because it sounds like there's he said quite a bit today. So I want to make sure I cover up the points.
Illuminate me, man.
Yeah. So Mashing Joe, big up to you, mate. Excuses FC. Claire thought he was waffling. Stop listening already. First conference of the season, and people are getting sick to death of it. It's not a good start. Jimmy in the chat, he said we weren't ready for the fight and lost too many duels, and we're not physical enough. Yeah, obviously, weren't it? It's just why though? Why it was so bad? He's trying to explain it, and he's talking about Bentancur. He said he returned late in pre-season. whereas Bergwijn trained throughout pre-season, and therefore De Zerbi felt it was right to reward the player he actually been working with. I mean, I don't agree with that. You play your best players.
Off, man.
You know, why isn't Bentancur getting back
Yeah.
to the club as soon as possible? They got knocked out early, didn't they,
Yeah,
Uruguay?
they did,
They got
Uruguay.
knocked out well early. So I don't know. Maybe he's looking for a move. Maybe the club tell him to find another club. I don't know. He's 9 years older,
I'm
isn't he?
half Scandinavian. I know how the Scandinavian teams went, bro.
Yeah, fair enough, man. He did suspect that Bergvall could struggle in this type of game. And look, you know, should De Zerbi, and this is what I just kind of said a few minutes ago, should De Zerbi really select the team most likely to win today, or the team that helps build his long-term project? And I mean, sorry, as for today, it's always about today. It's always about the here and now, right? We can't be built. This is where Spurs have gone wrong so many seasons. Relying on the young players has come good, and so many never come good. Most of them never come good. I don't like this from De Zerbi. I'm quite disappointed, really, what he's saying. And he's going to quickly realise that if he's going to start playing these kids, we're going to lose games of football, and everyone's going to kick off. So he's going to have to fix up quickly, really. He also rejected the idea that Spurs necessarily needed more experience up front. So when asked whether playing youngsters such as Mikey Mortel showed Spurs need more experience in attack, De Zerbi said no. He didn't blame the young forward specifically. Instead, he went on about the whole team. And his point was Moore is learning, Tell is learning. I can't believe what I'm reading here. Is this true, guys, in the chat? Is he actually saying this today in the press conference?
Oh my God.
I want to double check what I'm reading here. Everyone's learning. Gray's learning.
Learning
Bergwijn's
what?
learning. Tonali's new.
It's the
Senesi's new.
fucking brothers,
Ek's new.
brothers and sisters. It's the fucking Premier League.
Well, he knows this though, Guy.
This is the bullshit you say in league. This is the kind of shit my coach would say to me when I'm playing a game. Like, Ellie, you know this. Coaches say this all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me go on and get this bit finished. And he's basically saying, like, we needed experienced attackers. He's saying the entire team needs time to build relationships. Of course it does, but it's building the relationships with the right fucking players. That's the most important thing here, isn't it? The best players possible, the ones that we bring in, players we sign, the ones that we already got at the club. It's about playing your best players and not relying on the likes of Tell, Gray, Bergwijn, bloody hell, Mikey Moore. I mean, if this is going to be the case, if this is what he's going to do, I mean, honestly, my expectations are dropping by the minute.
You know,
they really are.
You know, I have a bias with Mikey Moore.
Mikey Moore's not the problem himself. You know, he needs probably a loan. He needs another loan. He needs to be a plan. Yeah, but he's not. He can't be used to cover for Kudus on as a right wing when Kudus is not there, or when Kulusevski's not fit. When Kulusevski, he's nowhere near coming back yet, is he? His individual training program. You know, it's so.
Ellie,
he's finished.
Do you think Mikey Moore is as good as Kudus?
No, nowhere near.
Exactly.
He's got to get experience. He's only 18, isn't he? Just put him out on loan maybe in the Italian or the German league, probably the German league, right? And put him out on loan there to a mid-table team.
Any other?
Guys, look, random number in the chat, mate. He said he dug out Bergwijn out in his interpretation. So maybe I've missed that point when reading through what he's been saying. Is that possible, guys? Do you reckon he was calling him out?
No.
Yeah?
I like I say, I've not listened to the post-match interviews, but to me, like, we are just shit. Like, what are we doing? We are shit. Like, 17th twice in a row. We are terrible. Like, hello. We are hello. We are terrible. We are terrible.
I'm really, to be honest, sick to death of his press conference. I'm
Yes,
bored.
mine.
I'm bored of reading through this rubbish. I've got to be honest. He's got to shape up quickly, deserving. Start getting some
Yes,
good
he
performances. He's got to start bringing it all. He's
Yeah.
got to stop playing Greys and Berg roles ASAP.
Oh
Mikey
my God!
Moores.
Oh my
I,
God! If he
I
doesn't, if
I
he
just don't want to
doesn't,
hear it anymore. Honestly, I'm terrible what I'm hearing there. Really bad stuff. Like Adrian says in the chat here, look, Zerbi contradicts himself in the press conference. Not a good start, man. Not a good start. I need some reassurance from a manager. I need him to say, look, that was
oh my
crap.
God!
It needs to fix up fast.
Are we
it's a long
doing
old season
Nuno?
ahead.
Are we doing Nuno 2.0?
No, I don't think so, Guy. I don't think so. I mean, we only can go off what we hear, right? We've watched the game today. It's been dog shit. We've listened to what he's got to say. Doesn't give me any confidence. And those players, some of them today were terrible. Look, let's see what happens in the next couple of months. Let's see what happens in the next couple of months. Can he turn it round?
It's going to be the Charlton game.
Let's go to the chat, see what else people are saying.
Brother, it's going to be the Charlton game.
What's going to be the Charlton game?
Yeah, if we lose that Charlton game.
I don't want to hear that, losing that Charlton game, man. We've got to be winning that Charlton game. And if we lose that, man, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to absolutely lose it because I want Spurs to win one of those cups.
Because here's the thing, like everyone laughs at Man United against Grimsby. If we lose,
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I'm expecting a professional performance on Wednesday and to beat Charlton. I'm sorry. I expect a better lineup. I expect them to take it seriously and not, just stop pussyfooting around and go out and get a win. Yeah, and then follow up against Newcastle on the weekend.
2.0, bro.
Anyway, let me continue with the chat.
Yeah.
Russell says, I'd agree with Zerbi, and I see improvements 3 to 4 weeks, but please don't excuse some of the performances. The display by the new signings is my biggest concern. Yeah, we've got to give these new players time, of course, but it weren't a great start today, wasn't it? Conte's kept out. Good evening to you. Dan, I said it to you, that this transfer window will be a disaster. Well, we can't say that yet, man. We can't say that yet, but we will come back. I'm sure you'll come back in the chat in 6 months' time next year. And if it's crap, then yeah, fair enough, mate. But it's too early to say that right now. But, that's what you think. You don't rate the signings. Fair enough, man. Everyone's got their own opinions on everything. So, look, we'll see, mate. We'll see. I hope not. If that is the case, we're fucked. Right? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Just want to go over any other comments there. Got a Conte catch up again. Van Hex and Nessie will be disaster at set pieces. So Nopal ball possession stays in 70%.
I don't agree with that.
Look, time will tell. There's a lot of negativity tonight. There will be after a defeat and a terrible performance like this. I'm just seeing if there's any other comments I want to read out or anybody new in the chat and say hello to. This one is just, look, what's this? We are winning the treble. Every Spuds fans since transfers come in. And I will say this, I haven't seen Ozzy Ange in the chat match tonight. Ozzy Ange.
Where's Ozzy, bro?
He's done a runner. He started at the beginning of the show, and we know Ozzy Ange. And he's very optimistic, but he's checked in and he's checked out. He's gone. He's gone. He can't. Nothing to say tonight because it was dreadful.
Between you and me. Between you and me.
What? What's that? Between you and me?
We're talking about Ozzy.
All right. Yeah, you can do that. Do that after the show or whatever.
He's very funny, Ozzy Ardiles.
Yeah, he's a character, isn't it?
He's such a character. And he was dressed up in a beautiful suit with a beautiful, colourful scarf. And Ledley King was in his jeans and top. And Graham Roberts was in, just trousers and a sweatshirt. And he goes, at least I made the effort. He goes to the crowd. He's so funny. He's got brilliant stories, fantastic stories to tell. And I love him. I think he was a brilliant player too. I wish we had him in midfield today. He would have
Yeah, he was a
jinxed
great
that.
little player. He was
Yeah.
always been remembered at the club. Of course,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
Conte's
the
catch
World
up
Cup winner as well.
and the World Cup winner, yeah.
Yeah.
So Conte's catch up says this: there's no thought process for our transfers. They're all club signings for the global market. Yeah, man. Look, we'll see. Time will tell, man. Time will
Yeah.
tell. Ben never rated Bergvall. Can't tackle to save his life. 100% there.
He
We got
can't.
Drula in the chat. Evening to Drula. Hope you're good, Drula. Big up, guys. Do you
Drula!
think?
My niece. Come on. Keep it in the family.
Yeah, I know she is.
Big up, Trula. Do you think De Zerbi speaking about Virgo like he does is a way of putting himself in the shop window? When you're trying to sell a product, you will say anything to sell it. I mean, if you look at it like that, Trula, I get that, and I hope so.
I know.
Right, this woman is starting a football familia. If you know what familia is in fucking, like, you know, I mean, yeah.
She's
Oh,
a
dear.
football fanatic like me, Andrew. We talk about Spurs all the time, and with her dad Louis, who's my eldest brother. Yeah, so we're all Spurs fanatics in my family. Big up all the. My maiden name is Loizu, not Kakaratos. So big up the Loizus, isn't it, Drula? I thought I'd get that in.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Familia. The familia.
It's the familia, yeah, because
the
that's part
familia.
of the camaraderie of football. Like with me, you and Guy tonight and Cookie earlier, we're talking about Spurs, the club we love, going to pot. And the decisions being made are really, really bad that are affecting our mental health.
It don't
They're
affect mine,
affecting
it's
us.
fine.
They affect me because I love our club and I hate it when the manager comes out, like you said, Dan, and makes all these statements about players that we don't
just
rate.
waffle.
It's waffle.
It's just
yeah.
pure waffle.
Stop waffling.
But I'm not surprised we lost today. I've got to be honest. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. This pre-season, so underprepared, team's not ready.
I know.
We're well off it. Well off
World
it.
Cup in
So I'm
World
not
Cup
shocked.
got in the way as well.
Brother, I am
Every
not
club's got to deal with it. Players coming back from the World Cup. I'm
Yeah, of
sorry.
course they
Everyone's got to
do.
deal with it. It's not an excuse.
They're more
Bro,
efficient though.
the
They've got their players ready. We didn't.
Yeah.
Smash the
the
like, guys,
amount
please.
Yeah.
Please smash the like, guys, in the chat. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Trying to keep this going. Trying to keep this going today. It's hard, isn't it, when you come on and talk about a crap performance, but it is what it is. We're not hiding. We'll be here
But
every week.
Guy's still Scandinavian, so it's all good. I'm still Greek.
To me, like same old, like I say in my little bio down there, same old. It's fine.
You know
Right,
what
let's
I'm
kick
hoping
on.
for?
Let's kick on. I can't go on all night. I want to finish off.
Come on, Dan. Let's get this.
Ron in the chat.
What you want.
Big up, Ron. Situation like today is the reason why we should have brought in Paulinho. He would have shown more fight alone in this team, 100%.
Yeah.
Kevin, this guy's buzzing. He must be talking about Guy. Drew Luss just saying big up Guy, Familia.
Yeah. Guy's always buzzing.
We got LONE 59930. Where are the Bergvall lovers? Haven't seen him tonight.
No.
Ain't seen any love.
I think they will be in the midnight hours.
I'm a Tell lover. So you're actually one of them.
Hell's no, bro.
Oh, Guy, man, honestly. Right, let me finish. See if I went through everything I wanted to do, and on the tactical element, I got a bit distracted there. I went over the physical battle. The last thing I wanted to do in this evening, and I might pop to X quickly to see if there's any rubbish put on there, anything worth talking about, or any good opinions about what happened today. I'm going to have a little quick check in there. So to Zerbi's halftime reaction here. Changes made, more attacking output, but context matters. First half, 3 shots, 0 on target. Second half, 6 shots, 4 on target. Spurs improved after the changes, but the game was already 3-0 by the 49th minute. That third goal after half-time absolutely killed us. And when we can talk through the goals actually as well, like, goal 1, played through. This was probably the most worrying one tactically. Brentford moved Tottenham around. Players followed the ball. Runners weren't tracked properly. Brentford worked their way through and got a cut back. And that's just not one player making a mistake there. People blame start off with Bergvall, easily ran past, positioning with maybe Robertson, and the midfielders just not watching the runner. The centre-backs, where were they doing? Were they ball watching? And it was just terrible first goal. Second goal, basic errors. This one was a bit different. Richarlison doesn't secure the ball. Bergvall doesn't deal with the net situation. And let me just take this down the screen while I read this out because I'm just losing track here. Hold on a second. Let me just take that down here. Go back to that second goal. Brentford win it back. Bergvall doesn't deal with the net situation. Something to do with Bergvall. Brentford win it back. The shot comes in. Kingsley pushes it into Dage. Actually made a good save. I thought he did make a good save there, but didn't push it away further enough. Brentford react first 2-0. And that's where you got to be careful, blaming everything on the manager. But at some point, players have to win duels, control football, and make basic decisions. But Zerbi, you chose some of these players today, man. And I know you haven't got an option in some cases, especially with that forward line. But question, guys, how much can Zerbi actually control when players are making basic individual errors? People in the chat, let us know what you think as well. And yeah, Guy and Ellie.
Can I answer it, Ellie? I will do it in one sentence. Those players on the pitch, you fucking idiots. Simple. Done. Dusted. It is on you, not the manager. Fuck you.
So many, though. So many errors from so many players.
Mm-hmm.
That screams at me. And I know some of these players are nowhere near good enough, and I get that. But when it's so much going wrong in one game, I look at how was the team set up? Were we set up right? Was it? Yeah, you can't really defend some of these decisions from Zerbi today. Ellie, do you see it any differently to Guy or me?
I can see that this learning curve, what he's on, he better bloody get to the top of the curve then, because otherwise we're going to see a lot more of this, even with the first 11, because there was no continuity and the passing was atrocious. So he was waffling a lot, and I just think he needs to fix up, because you can't come after the game and start talking about Bergvall being this and that, and he just puts seeds in fans' heads that he's planting these beautiful seeds, and we're getting no growth from these seeds. We're getting nothing, right? And it's so disappointing to watch Spurs, our club, play like that. It's a disgrace. It really is a disgrace, because they didn't put the effort in. That's what there's two players who did, Robertson and Tell, right? The rest of them were like walking around the pitch, like going through the motions, and they didn't compete. That's what the least you expect is put in the effort and compete at that level, because Brentford were more physical than us because of their physicality, the size of their players. But you can still compete. Yeah, you can still compete, right? Because I've seen little players really go like little Rottweilers into bigger players and compete. That's what you want. That's the least you expect. And we didn't see it, right? And I was so angry. And at the end of the game, I was like a zombie walking around my house waiting for my husband to come back from the QPR game. And I was thinking, I'm going to offload it on him, but he's not a Spurs fan. So I went on to 2 Mark show. It's frustration, lads. That deep desire inside of you wants Spurs to be the best team in the land. And we're far from it.
Absolutely disagree with this comment.
Yeah. That's all I've got to say, because I'm so angry with the team and Zerbi as well.
Fair enough.
Got to fix up.
Fair enough, Ellie. You're right. They have to fix up. Guy, what are you disagreeing with Rudolph here?
Okay, so I'm going to read out the comment. The only way Roberto Zerbi can reduce these errors is through drills in training. The best way is to improve passing through relentless passing drills. Practice first time with movement, muscle, okay. No, it is game time. It is game time, Rudolph. Talking from an ex-player, it is game time. This is the problem that we have faced. Right. So, I am going, as Ellie knows this, you play football in front of thousands of people. I have not. Right. So, here's the problem with Spurs. It feels like we are doing great things, but as soon as we do them in the global stage, it is a hindrance.
Yeah.
It is paralysis through analysis. So essentially, what you do is you take the ball, naturally, you pass it forward. But there are 40,000 people around you, and you can't do that because it's paralysis through analysis. And Dan, I've spoken to you in private about this. Spurs pressure is horrific. The Spurs pressure on us is horrific, but these players need to rise to that pressure. For me, again, I'm going to play a final tomorrow at 7 p.m., right? There's going to be lots of people there. I'm thinking, and then, I think it's paralysis through analysis. Spurs are kings of paralysis through analysis. It is that moment when you think you're... Ellie, back me up here.
Yeah, I do.
Right, so there's a ball that gets played into you. You've got two passages of play.
Yeah.
And it is an advantage. Yeah, it is an advantage. And the crowd are going into your ear. And then all of a sudden, you play that shitty little pass that you think the striker will go for, and they ain't in it because it's all in here. It's all in here.
Yeah.
And I've said, yeah. Am I lying?
No, you're not lying. You're spot on.
Yeah.
It's born from frustration of how our club's been
True
run.
love.
You know, it's born out of that frustration because the club do their club signings. Because if you look back, we wanted Savio way before Zerbi came, and we've got him over the line. That's no coincidence. It's a club signing. I agree with a gentleman who said it earlier. Not in your chat, Dan, but he said it in a WhatsApp group, right? And we just don't run our club efficiently. We just run our club like it's like a toy to them. It's like a toy.
It's not just that. It's not just that. I just, for me personally, I'm looking at these players, and I've seen these players for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them. We lost Kane. And I was like, oh, we've got other people that can step up. They can't. Because it's the paralysis via analysis. They think too much. Like, Tell cooks it. Throws up a shot. Roberto De Zerbi has a massive job. He has a job that we will never know, right? He has a job that we will never know. A heritage club, a top 6 club, because we are top 6, that used to, in the last 20 years, always in the top 4. Right, in the last
I'll tell you what.
years.
I'll tell you what, Guy. Let me come in there because you said a lot there, and I agree with a lot what you said. what we learned today, which we haven't really learned. We know this. With Charlton,
Yeah.
it's just a relegation dogfight
Yeah.
player. I think Gallagher as well. You know, they will fight for the ball.
Gallagher, thank you.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Sure.
These they're gonna hard work. That's it. They're not going to be able to play kind of control possession with those players. And then I go to the midfield. Gallagher, Bergvall doesn't work. Don't want to see it ever again. Honestly, in the same midfield.
Yeah.
And Tonali, he was just trying to sort it out, but he just couldn't, could he? He just couldn't.
No.
He's just no chance. He had no chance with those players around him. And I think also what we'll find is, you know, players like Senesi and Van Heck, right? I think they'll do okay when we're controlling games. Yeah, when we've got the ball, we've got possession, I think. And I just think a game like that today, do you know what? It's been a massive eye-opener, and it must have been a massive eye-opener for Zerbi. Yeah, because he's chosen these players coming in. He's chosen the type of profile of player. And unfortunately, we haven't got enough technical players. We haven't got enough in that midfield area up top. We ain't got people who can hold on to the ball. And so much more work transfer-wise needs to be done over the next three seasons, honestly, to get this team anywhere near to what we want it to look like. You know, you're thinking that you're bringing in, 8 first-team starters possibly to the team. And let me bring them up, actually. I've got something on my screen here.
Yeah,
Let
do
me bring
it.
it up.
Come on,
Let me
let's
bring it
go.
up.
Come on,
Let
Dan.
me bring it up. I did it
Come on,
Friday.
Dan. Be nerdy. Be
Let
nerdy.
me see what it is. Here we go. Here. So this is okay. You know, Marmoush hasn't been confirmed yet. Savinho's almost done, I think. You know that. Look at that team there, right? Tonali, Fernandez. We all hope it's going to work. You know, is it going to have enough physicality in there? You know, okay, when we got hold of the ball at home, maybe, and teams are sitting back playing low blocks, we got all the possession, it may be fine. But when you go to some of these tough away games, is there going to be enough physicality with 2 there? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see. Yes, great having possession, but sometimes you've got to get dirty, got to dig in. You've got to have that kind of physical presence in the middle. And then I look at the back line there. Porro, great, okay, good going forward, but susceptible to, you know, his defending is not the best. And I think Van der Ven will be in there instead of Senesi. You know, we know what we're going to get from Van der Ven. Van Heck, you know, he's got to prove himself playing for Spurs. Got to give him some time. Robertson, you know, I just think with Robertson, he's going to get caught out. He's going to get caught out by pacey wingers, skillful wingers. But going forward, he'll be a lot better. And then you're just hoping, you know, and you look at Savinho there, and look, I think with the Savinho signing, I've got to the point now that I'm so relieved that we actually are signing a forward player. But to be honest, Savinho, for me, there's a lot to prove from him. His output in the last 2 seasons hasn't been there, and you're just
100%.
praying that Zerbi can get something more out of him. And then Mamouche, I actually like Mamouche. Technically, I like him. He's an exciting type of player. He's a good ball striker. I think he will help us massively. It's what we need. Someone who can hold onto the ball, pick a pass out of a shot, link in, nice link-up play, etc., etc. Maddison, you can't rely on. He's going to be injured. Some people today have absolutely slated his performance coming on in that whatever. He came on the 63rd minute. And then Kudos. I like Kudos. And we'll have to see what he looks like when he comes back. So me saying that, and me just saying about, you know, the type of footballers that we're signing and the Premier League we're playing in, yes, at home when you've got the crowd behind you and you're going to play a lot of teams who sit back. Guys, just come in here, what I'm saying. If you know you're with me, you're not with me, anything you want to agree, disagree with, just fire away in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Right? Baby steps. I spoke to you about baby steps, right? Look, I'm not going to give my history, but like, we need to start winning games at home. Please start winning games at home. 22 losses 2 seasons ago. I gave up counting.
Yeah.
We need to win some homes.
Did you count Scandinavian guy?
No, Tottenham, love. At the
Tottenham.
Tottenham Stadium. Home wins.
No, you're right, Guy. You're a very passionate fan, and I love your enthusiasm for our club. And you've got a little soft spot for Charlton as well, which I don't blame you for, because you live up that way.
Home wins, bro.
Yeah, home win.
Home wins.
I just wish we just played better and lost. If we played better and lost, you could say at least they did something and they created. We didn't create much today.
We
We did
created fuck all.
Clear cut opportunity was Mikey Moore when he done that little shimmy and he got through and then he shot it right at Kelleher. He made it easy for Kelleher, didn't he? Yeah. But nothing.
But like, here's the thing. We need to like actually talk about progressive like forces forward, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing that I really want to push forward on this is like we need to get some home wins, right, Dan?
Yes, we do, to make the fans happy. Because
not just about fans,
it's not even option. It's not an option, guy. It's a must.
Yeah.
It's
but
got
when
to
you go
happen.
to home
Otherwise,
and you lose, it's like doom and gloom when you lose.
if he starts losing games, he won't last. Zerbi won't last. He won't last. If he can't win games at home, he's in trouble.
The fan base will turn on him.
And he's okay signings, hasn't he? He said yes, this is the plan. Sat down with Lange and Vinay in March before the end of the season. If we stay up, we're going to go for these targets. So Zerbi's got to make it work, and I will give him time. You know, I'm sure most fans will give him time. Yeah, you have to. You've got to give some time, but you also need to see some progress on the pitch while we're giving time. Yeah,
100%.
we've got to see something.
100%. Because here's the thing. We all agree, right? We all agree our home form was horrendous for 3 seasons, right?
Yeah.
We need home wins, right? Here's the thing. We need. I'm getting emotional because I destroyed my season ticket and I destroyed my faith in Tottenham at home. Dan knows this. Ellie, I've spoke to you about this. But like, we need some fucking home wins, bro. If we don't, bro.
Well, there you go, Guy. Next 2 games. Charlton at home, Newcastle at home. I want 2 wins. I want 2 wins. I'm sorry. I don't care. We've got all these new players and we've got players injured or coming back from injury.
We need to beat Charlton.
I'm sorry. I'm expecting 2 home wins. Yeah, in the next 2 games, we've got to start building some kind of momentum. You know, no game's easy in the Premier League. It's going to be hard games. Our run is not the easiest run, is it? Come in the first part.
Yeah, Dan,
we've got some winnable games there.
Dan, can I ask you a question? And you know, I know Charlton a lot, right? If we lose at Charlton at home,
what are you saying?
It's I cannot believe this. We need to beat Charlton at home. We need to build. Here's the thing: momentum. Momentum in football is, as a footballer, as a person who loves the football, like, as momentum. Charlton have won 3 games off the trot. They're gonna waltz in and think it's only Tottenham. If we lose against Charlton,
it stops the momentum, doesn't it?
There's no momentum anyway.
No,
there's no momentum, is there?
No. It will propel Charlton's momentum into getting to the Premier League and also into their cup run. But what are we?
Look,
we can't even stop Charlton.
Anyway, guy, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see on Wednesday. I think
we have to wait and see, don't we?
Yeah, Charlton at home. Come on, honestly, I'm sorry, man. On this first home game of the season, come on. Honestly, I'm not.
Team.
I'm not it's a first home game.
I'm not at the stage saying that we're going to lose that game. I mean, it was a mess today.
I don't think we're going to lose it. But if we do, oof.
We're going to be out of the EFL Cup. That's what's going to happen. We'll be out of it. That's 1 less cup to win.
We need Roberto De Zerbi needs to talk to these players and look at these players, because we're apparently we used to be a cup team, right? We're good at the cups, right? If we
Yeah.
cannot do this, woof.
We
I
haven't
am looking
been
at
the
it.
cups for 26 years. We've only won 2 cups in the 26 seasons that Enoch have been in charge. So we're not even really a cup side yet now, are we? We're a
Not
side
anymore.
that just
We got to beat
exists.
Charlton. I know this.
Of course we got to
We
beat
got to
them.
beat Charlton.
We've got to beat them to boost the club and boost us
Yep.
fans. We need it. We need some sort of energising, because we're not like at I'm not at my wit's end because
Are
we
we
lost to
going a bit
Brentford.
far today, guys? Are we going a bit far because it's one defeat? I mean,
Yeah.
I just think maybe we need to slow down
I
a
think
little
there's more
bit.
to come.
Yeah, I think we need to slow down a little bit. I just think we're
Yeah.
really deep in every single bit, aren't we? Every
No.
single thing.
It's because it's raw, because we just lost today. Maybe
No.
in the next week, if we've beaten Charlton and then we see us beat Newcastle, things
Yeah.
will look up.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree. I just think that this was just an absolute disgrace. But if we bounce back, I'm on that hype train, bro.
Yeah.
But as it stands from what I've seen,
You're not confident.
hell's no.
Yeah.
Hell's
I've
no.
I've got some confidence in Zerbi, because he's a very good coach, and he's wherever he's been revered. I saw that Shakhtar Donetsk thing when all the players were crying because he was leaving, and Sandro bigged him up because he was his manager, Benevento, I believe. Right, so there's signs that De Zerbi can turn it around. Any manager needs their first 11, don't they? They really do. And then they need the backup, not the backups, the squad players behind them to be on board with what his plan is for the club. Yeah. If it all breaks down, the little cogs break down, then it'll all fall to shit. So he needs to get that unity in the club. Yeah, and he's always saying that we're like a family. You always hear it. We're a family at Spurs. We'll play like a family.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Get on that pitch
Spank
and
Charlton
give your
now.
all.
Spank Charlton. That's our
Yes,
next game.
Spank them up and then spank Newcastle.
Yeah.
Not even if we win 1-0, I'll be happy, because spanking is very good because you see loads of goals flying to the net.
Yeah.
But 1-0 win in both games, I'll take that.
Right, let's finish off talking about the poor goals we conceded. The goal
yeah.
number 3, second balls again. This one sums up the physical side of the game there. Just got completely bullied from the corner. Wasn't it a corner, guys? I think.
Yeah.
You know, you've just had a half time. The Zerbi makes the 2 changes, right? And you're thinking, get the next goal and maybe you're back in it. And then 4 minutes later, you're 3-0 down, corner, first contact, second ball, shot, save.
Oh, God.
Brentford react first, game over. And look, it's just terrible, honestly. It's absolutely terrible. I don't know what else to say tonight, honestly. You know, I think I've done it. I think I'm done with the analysing of the game. It's been exhausting. It's so bad. It's just been difficult, isn't it? Conversation tonight. A lot of negativity in the chat, a lot of negativity on the panel, on the show, in the fan base. You know, we keep on hearing patience. You got to be patient. You know, so many new players injured,
I see
players
us
not
as
ready.
positive, negative, because we want better for our club. It's not like we're negative for negative reasons, right? Only we're negative because we want better for our club, and we want to see better performances, and we want to see progression, right? If we see all those 3 things, then we'll be happy.
Look, I want to see what, you know, De Zerbi's first team looks like. I want to see the window shut. I want to know who's here still, who's gone, what the first team's going to look like, how we're going to play. we've got to give it some time, of course. We've got to give it a few months to really see what it looks like.
Yeah.
But in those few months, we've got to see something. We really do. I don't know about you guys, but I'm done. I'm done tonight now.
Oh, it's my birthday.
What?
It's your birthday.
It's my
Well, happy
birthday.
birthday, happy birthday, mate.
birthday,
I
mate.
didn't realise it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's my birthday. I'm 43.
Where's
Happy
that
birthday,
cake?
mate. Happy birthday.
I didn't realise it's
Save me a
my
bit of
birthday,
cake.
and I spent this talking about Spurs. Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
birthday.
So you're
It's
43.
actually my
You're a
birthday.
spring chicken. I could be your mother.
Yeah, you could well be, and you would
You're
be
not that
not
old.
as good as
You'll
mine.
be
Ellie.
Greek Scandinavian then.
Ellie, you're not that old.
Yes,
You're
I
not that
am.
Oh, yeah?
20 years he's senior, so I'm going to be 64 in November.
Oh, well,
I'm
fair enough.
old.
I
But
didn't
I
know.
probably
it's
I haven't got
my
much grey hair
I
yet.
cannot
That's the
believe.
thing.
I cannot believe I spent my birthday talking about this shit club. It's
Well,
the club that I love, though.
we all love our club.
I'm 43. I cannot
43.
believe I'm 43.
43 and never been kissed. 43 and never been kissed.
Oh, I've been kissed a lot,
Yes,
love.
you've been kissed.
Oh, I've been kissed a lot, love. That's my problem.
Guys in the chat, any more questions before we end the show?
No.
Anything you want to say to us? Any questions? I'm going to go through the chat and then we're going to shut down. Big up to everyone who's watched tonight. I appreciate it. It's a tough one.
Big show.
It's been a horrible one. I appreciate everyone who's joined us, all your comments. Thank you very much. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel.
We brought the horrible, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, but we have to be real, haven't we? We've got to be honest.
Yeah.
It was shit today. It's been shit. And there are some concerns. There are some big concerns, and we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. Sonny in the chat, mate. You've been here all night in the show, man. Sonny. Big up to you, mate. Honestly, are you gonna have more bangers and mash tonight, mate? What are you cooking tonight, mate? You another late meal? I remember you joined me the other night. I was streaming. I was streaming at like 2:30 in the morning. I was last in the week, Eddie. After those two, the news about the two forwards, I went live. Ridiculous time, and Sonny was in the chat and he was cooking. He was cooking some food. He made me hungry. Big up to you, man. He says we all look too unbalanced today. On the left, poor on the right, no cohesion. We look like half a team disjointed and broken. Definitely. Evening to Richard as well. How you doing, Richard? Our fan base needs to stop praising our average players. Half of our fans wanted to keep Bergvall. I totally agree with mate. It's got to stop. Conte's Ketchup said Maddison was our best player today for the time he played. Yet again, you get people don't think he was great. I think I can't really read much into it. He's been out a long time. Did he create any chances? Did he do anything? He looked tidy on the ball, I guess. Don't think he gave the ball away. But again, it was just no connection up front, was there? There was just nothing up front at all. Nothing at all up front. So who's he passing to? Who's he crossing to? This is the worry, isn't it? Maddison is our best player still. Yeah, quite possibly. We'll see if he can keep fit. Yeah, if he can stay fit.
Maddison, here's the thing. The whole reason we signed him is because of creativity, because we lacked it.
The problem is with Maddison is availability, isn't it? Creativity, availability. You know, it's no good to us.
Lots of ability.
No good. Yeah,
lots
no
of
good
ability,
to us.
no availability.
I would go in if I was the club. I'd go and get another 10. I'd get another attacking midfielder. We can't rely on Maddison for the season. I'm sorry, but we know his injury record. Richard says if we miss the chance to sell Bergvall for 60 million, we're absolute idiots. Totally agree with you. Sonny says we had kids on the right. Bergvall grade more rubbish. It ruined our game today. Nobody competed and more missed free sitters as well. Yeah. Fair enough, man. It's just terrible. A bit more about Maddison. Technically, a best player by a country mile. Yeah, it's a good player. I like Maddison. Just can't keep fit. Conte's Ketchup says there's no plan. They're all club signings. I don't know. Zerbi seems to be keen on them. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't 100% confirm that. For me, it looks like Zerbi wants these players. But who knows? Who knows what goes on behind closed doors? Rudolph is replying to Richard James. It's worrying, but he's shown he can give good performances. Goalkeeper coach must work with him to parry shots wide, but maybe shots should be blocked at the source via better defending. Both points could be true. On that one, Rudolph, random number. I love Benny Face being on screen. He's a Spurs supporter. Oh dear. I need a drink.
I've got chamomile tea to calm myself down.
Probably better option, isn't it, Ellie?
You
Set
do.
you
I
off tonight.
drink
Get you
cum.
sleeping. Hopefully he'll knock you out. Out, Ellie.
I don't sleep very much, right? So
Does it work, Ellie? Does it work, chamomile tea? Is it a myth?
yeah, it
No, it
calms you
doesn't.
down, and then
Didn't work.
I naturally fall asleep, but I don't fall asleep for long. That's my problem. About
Do you
a
remember
half
the
an hour,
stream,
an
Ellie?
hour, and then
The
I'm
other
up
night-
again. And then I've
remember
got all the
Stealth show?
energy. I do all my housework in the night time. I get everything done.
Ellie, do you remember the other night on Stealth show you conked out on the stream?
Yeah, what happened, right? I was on the show and it was really good. I had my say, and then I thought, right, I can't sit on the bed. My cat jumps up on the beds, and then I turn my camera off because the cat's trying to get into the show, right? And then I laid my head down and I just went Sparko. That can happen when you're insomniac, like I am, right? And I'm getting help very soon with it. And I'm not going to use Dan E stuff because I don't know what that
I'm
is.
not, because Dan knows that I text him at 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. I'm like, brother, let's go.
Yeah, I can't do that because my family would disown me if I did that. So I've got to go to a sleep clinic to get help, man. I need help. It's a knock-on effects from back in the day when I used to look after my mum, and I was like alive in the night time because my mum was very ill, and when I looked after her, she came alive. My mum came alive as well in the night, so we were both insomniacs during the night. It's your body clock, isn't it? It changes, and then it's hard to go back to your normal body clock. So
But you can have a lie in though, Ellie, unless you've got to get up and feed your cats. Can you lie in or
I
not?
do have to feed them, but I feed them early. I need somebody to knock me on the head with a hammer. Go to sleep.
Right, let's get these chat. Let's go through the chat and we can close down tonight.
Yeah, that's
Thank
my
you
insomniac bit
for, thank you
done.
for coming on. Big up to you both. Conte's ketchup. Everyone knew we needed a Morgan Gibbs White, a Wharton, a Scott in midfield, but on board and went for foreign global market signings. Now, there's something you've got said there, Conte Ketchup. I think it's about balance, isn't it? It's about signing the right place to fit. So say if you do go for a Tonali, where we needing a bit more of another physical type midfielder who can pass the ball, who's got a bit of height, got a bit of power in him next to him. I much prefer that than Fernandes may be okay, but it's too early to tell with him. Talented player, but I don't know really. We'll have to wait and see. Morgan Gibbs White, I really like as a player. I really do. Trying to get him from Forest, just throw the money down and try and get him. I know it's hard to do. We had all the saga last summer where we missed out. Wharton, it's really strange with Wharton, isn't it, guys, this summer, that no one's come in and try to get him. Now, Man City have approached him more recently, but Palace are not selling him now. They say, no. Not enough time to get a replacement in.
I mean, they've been
I'm surprised with him.
They've been strip mined. It's the same with Villa and Newcastle. They've been strip mined. So
yeah,
they can't sell everyone. Who's the Palace manager, guys?
Jared Bowen from West Ham. He decided to stay.
Yeah,
that's because his father-in-law is Danny Dyer.
I know, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I get
guys. What about
Loyal.
Adam Wharton?
Yeah, it would have been nice to get him because he's
great
silky,
passer.
isn't he?
He's a great passer of the ball. Yeah,
he would have linked up well with Tonali as well. They're similar players in a way, but I think Tonali has got that extra experience, and maybe they thought he was the better option at the 100 million.
It's a different player, really. I reckon.
Yeah, he
Tonali.
is. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they both try to control the tempo, whereas Walton's a little bit better at controlling the. No, he's quite a lot better at controlling the tempo. He's very calm on the ball, and his passing is pucker. I like his passing, and he's very progressive with the ball, but he doesn't score. He's a similar. That's what I mean. He's similar to Lolly because they don't score a lot. They're more ball playing midfielders. But I think Walton's got a slight edge on the. But I like Walton because he takes his time. He's one of these players who can put his foot on the ball, look around, see what's on, and make the right decision and the right pass. Yeah, I like him. I think he's a class player. I'm surprised that Palace got to keep him.
And then if you look at an ideal midfield, maybe a better midfield is Tonali, Wharton, and Morgan Gibbs-White, isn't it?
Yeah,
Bit more of a complete midfield there.
Yeah,
it would be
that's not
nice,
going
'cause
to happen at Spurs, bro.
there's only
No.
goals in Morgan Gibbs White though. I think you need a Madison because Madison, if he stays fit, I hope he does this season and doesn't, break like paper again or glass as people say. Because he's so creative and he scores goals and he assists goals. We need that. We need that to get up on the scoring charts. Like Adrian says, you need 88 goals minimum to win the league. Not that we're going to win the league, but that's what you should aim for to get up and be competitive at that scoring rate. But we're nowhere near it. I think we're only scoring between 55 and 60, aren't we? So we're nowhere near it.
Yeah, good points,
Do you
Ellie. Good
think
points.
that much?
Random number in the chat says Wharton is a fucking sick note. Fans need to understand why no one has bought him. He has major problems.
Oh, he's a sick note, is he?
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
is.
pick up on that.
He does suffer injuries, yeah. I don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers, but maybe that's why no one's gone in and got him.
Yeah, puts clubs off.
Yeah, of course. Sonny in the chat. If you win both domestic cups, Carabao and FA Cup, you should get Champions League qualifying spot. Maybe they should make this a new rule to make cups more better. Now it's changed a bit, isn't it? So if you win the Carabao, you get what conference is it? Is that right?
Yeah, and then if you win the FA Cup, you get Europa.
Yeah, that's right. And then if you win the Europa, you get Champions League.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good route, isn't it, to do? Like we did it, but we weren't ready for it.
We didn't
When
push on.
Poch got there, we were ready for it because we had a beautiful first 11, but nothing underneath. So we were sort of semi-ready for it then, not the whole hog. That's the story of Spurs, though, isn't it? We're never the whole hog, where we're a complete squad. It's always missing parts here, there, and everywhere. Don't know how to run our club. I wish us fans had more say, and they listen to us more.
We never have enough say.
You know what I
Fortunately, we're in the
mean?
hands of these people.
I know.
It is what it is, isn't it? Go to the next comment here. LONE. Big up to you, man. Some of our idiot fans said Tell was cooking during pre-season. Like, how naive are you? Like Zerbi said in his comments, he says, well, you played in pre-season, so I'm going to give you a chance. It's not going to get us anywhere, is it? He's soon going to find out that these players are not up to it and he won't be playing them. He will not be playing them. Walton looked tidy first half today against Everton. I was watching that earlier. Sonny says, some people talking in the chat.
Put my legs up. Let's go.
See what Danny says here. He was a fucking mess. Great captain. Bergvall was terrible. Poor Kingsky.
Yeah, 100%, bro. What a
Seriously
fucking mess.
worried about him.
Great captain. Absolutely disgraceful. Berger was terrible. Hecke, poor Kinsky, serious worried about him. Yeah. All of those concerns, I'm with you, brother.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad though, Dan, isn't it? That everything you said is true. I said very similar. But it's mad, isn't it? In one game, it all comes to light how these problems are just put in front of us and Zerbi in one match. And then Zerbi wants to turn around and defend his decisions. Nah, not good for me, man. He's got to fix up. Happy birthday to you, guy in there from Marine. How you doing? Big up to you. Randoms also, random number said happy birthday, guy.
Thank you, brothers.
Here we go. Is there any other comments in there before we shut the show down?
I actually forgot it was my birthday.
That's all right.
Ellie, I would
Yeah.
replace the term negative with criticism. There are two types of criticism, constructive and destructive. I hope that our criticisms are constructive,
Yes.
i.e. target the improve, not destroy. Look, man,
Exactly.
we're fans. This is what it is, man.
Mayers, you know
Football,
how it is.
Football, we're always going to criticize. That's just it. It's just what it is. It's what it's all about. We're never going to be happy when we lose. If we're shit, I mean, we're just going to call it out. It's just what fans do. Every club, everyone does it. I mean, when you're talking about destructive, I mean, give us an example, guys. I'm tired now. What do you mean destructive?
Destructive criticism is, the manager out after 2 games. Destructive criticism, I get what he's talking about. Like destructive, like Archie Gray should be sold. I'm not asking for like Archie Gray to be sold. It's
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
But
Did you see that, Ellie?
Enough?
Ellie's got a husband.
We won't go there. We'll keep it clean.
Well, random number. He said, I discovered the channel so fun. Well, I'm glad you had a good time tonight.
Well, if I lied about my age, I wouldn't be a MILF, would I? I always tell the truth about my age. I'm not ashamed of my age. Some people get on a bit.
No.
Don't worry. Was that Pete Chambers who said that?
He's not in the chat. He's not in the chat.
No, Pete Chambers would say something like that.
YouTube commenters, stop shipping
He's the only ginger I like.
You know, this is what it's about, isn't it? Like Conte's ketchup. He's had a good old chuckle tonight, man.
He's made you laugh.
Do you know what I mean? Fair enough.
Remember, if I'm the MILF, then I'm on top.
No, I'm not saying that.
Listen, right?
We are platonic friends.
We are platonic friends, right? There's no MILFing around here.
Let's have a laugh here. Let's have a bit of a laugh. Let's have a laugh before we shut down. My brother he's told me this story, and it's always killed me. It's always killed me. You know, the old thing with the beer goggles and all of that, you know. Went home with a girl and had a good night, and you know, whatever happened, we went back to our flat. And he wakes up in the morning, and he's obviously more awake. He doesn't realize what he's got involved on, and he's like, "Bloody hell!" Like the beer goggles come off, and then she wants round 2 in the morning. He jumps on top of him, and he's like, "No, fucking hell, man, Jesus Christ!" Yeah,
I'm doing it.
There's a comedian.
What are we doing? You've already staked a claim. Let's go round 2. You're out the door. Let's go.
Well, we're doing it, aren't we? We're doing it. Why not, man? We have to have a bit of a laugh.
I'll make you laugh, right? There was a comedian on X Factor. He said he saw a girl doing her makeup, and then at Euston Station she was a 2 because she hadn't finished her. No, she'd finished her makeup, right? And he goes, "Look, at King's Cross, you were a 0. Now you're a 2." She'd done her makeup. Because you know, on the train, women do their makeup very badly.
Yeah.
It made me laugh because it reminds me of all the women who do their makeup on the bloody train because they're like rushing to work and they ain't got time to do it at home, and then they make themselves look worse. This is a ladies' thing. Any men in the chat, I think they might relate because they probably travelled on the tube and seen it for themselves.
Oh,
Anyway, back to Tottenham. Tottenham were shit. We
That's it.
played shit.
Conte's catch up. Let's talk his comment. He says, Dan, you made the best point of the night. We've got Maddison, but who does he play the ball up front? Well, this is it, isn't it? We still got those jokers here at the club, and it doesn't look like we're shifting them out. Are we getting Mamouche? Are we not? Is any update on Mamouche? Anyone? Is it going to fall through?
It's close,
going
isn't it?
through?
It's close.
Give me the
they said.
Marmite. Give me the
I just hope it
Marmite,
doesn't
Dan.
fall through
Give
for
me the
fuck's sake.
Marmite. Give me the Marmite.
I hate
Give me
Marmite.
the
Yeah,
Marmite.
it's horrible.
Oh dear. Oh, what's this Sonny's going on about? Not surprised Cookie not sleeping, drinking Red Bull after 10 p.m. Oh, he's on loads a day, Cookie. He's on about 10 Red Bulls a day.
Yeah, he doesn't
yeah.
sleep either. Sorry,
I've spoken
he
to him
doesn't
about
sleep.
it. 10 Red Bulls a day. It's madness.
I
That's a
tell you
lot.
what is nice though, this English cherry jam is beautiful. My daughter got me it from Fortnum and Masons. It's fucking brilliant. That's worth being an insomniac at, because put it on toast, it's delicious.
Can't beat a bit of toast and jam, can you?
I know
Nothing
this
wrong with
one
that.
especially is cherry preserve, and it's
Bit of
English.
marmalade on toast.
It's English.
It's preserve. It's preserve.
It is. Look. It's lovely.
Ellie, Wayne's put a nice comment about you in the chat here.
What's he said?
Ellie, you're my best way of falling asleep. Your lovely, soothing voice.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to. It's not really a sexy voice, my voice. I tell you who has got a sexy voice though. Benji, he's got a sexy voice.
Benji, yeah. He definitely has. He definitely has got a good voice, Benji. You're right.
He's got that deep, husky voice.
I am not. No. I am not. All right, these two are going in a conversation I am not even about.
Oh look,
No.
it's
I
gone beyond Spurs now.
told him the other day anyway, so it's nothing new. Anyway, my husband, who's a QPR fan, has got a very deep voice, but it's not sexy.
Do us an impression.
Why
How does
are
it sound?
you outing him?
All right, El, how you doing?
What are we
Make
doing?
me some dinner. Like that. All right, El. He calls me El. What's for dinner? That's all he says.
Is that all? That's all he says.
Yeah, that's all I get out of
was
it.
actually going to say a comment. Dan knows that I would say a comment, but I will
No,
not.
it's not
say a
really. I
comment.
do get more out of him. He's quite quiet, my husband. He's not like me. I'm very chatty, as you know, but my husband's quite quiet. He's from a very quiet family. And my family are all nutters. They're all chatterboxes like me. Dan, you're sort of a little bit like my husband. You're like on that placid tone. You know what I mean? You're not. You're sensible. You know, you talk sense, which I like. That's why I like coming on your show, because you talk sense and you keep it real.
I try. I don't know. I try.
You don't.
I just speak what I think.
Yeah.
It's just football, isn't it? At the end of the day,
You don't
it's just
sugarcoat
football.
it. You say it as it is, which is
Yeah,
good.
It's just footy, isn't it? Really, it's easy to talk about, right? Isn't it? Football, easy chat.
As an observer, this is just ultimate lols.
Yeah,
Well,
ultimate
we've been
lols.
going now 3 hours 20 minutes, so you know, football
What's the
is
time
football's
now?
finished.
It's quite late,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I'm going to shut down now. Let me just go for a couple more comments. Smashing Joe, evening to you. Hope you're good, man. I wouldn't take back Richarlison. I wouldn't take back Richarlison at Everton for free.
Yeah. Go have him.
That is terrible. Awful. No scissor kick on the first day of the season today. Yeah, because I was just thinking earlier. So, you know, Richarlison's back. You always need to feed the pussy before you go to bed. Can't take ketchup. Naughty one there. Sonny.
They're getting naughty, these frisky fellas.
Well, yeah, just go with it. Just go with it.
Yeah.
I've just discovered a live 24-hour channel, Steve Wilco and the Bill Laugh Out Loud on YouTube. There's jokes when you want to go to sleep. I don't know that one. Do you know it, guy, that one? Steve Wilco and the Bill. What the fuck is that, man? Honestly, anything goes, isn't it, on YouTube? Anything
Yeah.
goes. What's down here saying? Feels like down at Fraggle Rock. Bring a spare support.
Danny's another one with a good voice. He's got a very
Oh, I
deep
know
voice
what
as well.
Fraggle
He
Rock
does.
is. Down with
He
Fraggle
knows
Fraggle
it.
Rock,
Rock.
man.
Down with Fraggle Rock.
Cool. We're going back now, aren't we? We're definitely going back there. Classic kids TV show, eh? Does anyone go on TikTok? Who goes on TikTok? I know
I
Ellie
do.
does. Do
I
you,
do.
do you know what really gets me? Do you guys go on TikTok?
No,
What
I don't
gets
No,
you on
this thing
TikTok?
gets me on TikTok, right? I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. It makes me feel really odd. So they have these old videos like back in the 80s and the 90s, and they've got
Right.
this really unusual music. And it's like, I can't really explain it, but it really like makes you feel nostalgic. Well, I think that's the word. Is it nostalgic or something like that?
Nostalgic.
Yeah,
Nostalgic, yeah. And it
Nostalgia.
takes you back.
Yeah.
It takes you
So
back
you
into the
keep
old days.
clicking
It's such
for
a weird little
engagement.
tune. Guy, I'll
Yeah.
send it to you, mate. I'll send it to you. It's such a
Yeah.
weird little tune. And it's with what you see on the TikTok video, like the old carpets, curtains, and the old living rooms, the old big telly videos,
Yeah.
trip down to Blockbuster, and it really takes you back, when you were a kid, going out all day on your bike, whatever, playing football, chasing
Yeah.
girls and all of that, man. It's just a wicked little
I
tune.
didn't chase girls.
I don't know what it
chased
is.
boys.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, here's the thing. I chase fucking
Even
girls.
though
I still do
women's
love.
footballers get
I
a bad
chase girls
rap.
quicker than
Hey,
laugh.
Ellie, have you heard that tune? Have you seen it? Do you know what I'm
it's
talking
like
about?
really nostalgic, and it's eerie. It's
Yeah.
quite eerie, but it's
Like
really
children.
good.
It's like
It
children
sucks
kind of
you in,
laughing
doesn't
in the
it?
background, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
you know
seen
the
it.
one. I'll
It's
send it to
really
you.
good.
I think you've seen it. I think
Send
you've
it
seen
to
it.
me.
I'll
Send
send
it
it to you.
to
It's
me.
weird, man. It's so weird, man, what it does to you. And the video, like the link with the video.
It's
Let's go to the
Alright,
chat.
cool.
Sonny. Henry Wright on TalkSport the other day. He looks like the guy made out of Britain. I love that comment.
Henry Wright was on Talk Sport. Wow.
Yeah, he's made it, man. He's made it. TalkSport.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know
who
what? I used to
Henry Wright
watch
is.
him. I used to watch him when he was on with this other guy, and it was very raw, but he wasn't as confident as he is now, because he's quite straight when he talks. He gets quite angry when Spurs lose as well.
It's one of these
Yeah,
on the
when
thumbnail.
Spurs
Every
lose.
thumbnail.
Yeah,
Every
it's
thumbnail's
like,
like
oh
this.
my God, Spurs have lost again. Yeah, but he started off
get
very
off,
humble,
bro.
right? I think he's built up his channel in the right organic way, and he's grown.
Oh, he's
to the point-
clickbait. Ellie,
Yeah,
it's
he
just
is.
clickbait.
Of course, a lot
Pure
of them are
clickbait.
clickbait. But like Lee Gunner, he's clickbait. There's lots of them are clickbait because they know they can make money.
Yeah, it's a clickbait in
Not
that
me.
he's talking about Arsenal and loving up Arsenal.
Yeah.
Terrible, man. You never do
Not
that.
me.
Never do that. You've got that's low, man, isn't it? Talking up Arsenal, bigging up Arsenal,
No,
singing
I'm
Arsenal's
never-
praises,
Not
man.
me.
I'll slate Arsenal. There's a guy, I won't say his name, but I'll give him hell. Pete Chambers is funny as well. I think he's the only gooner that I like because he's always in
I
the
play
chats.
football. I talk about Spurs. I used to go to games. I used to have a season ticket, but I reversed it because I can't deal with it anymore. And I used to go to games last season. Dan knows this. And this season, I'm done, bro. After this, I'm done. I'm going to the Charlton game because my god kids, Dan knows that one of my god kids is into the Charlton thing. But yeah, no, I'm done. I'm done.
Does he
I'm
play
not
for
seeing
Charlton?
this fucking team live.
Is he playing for Charlton?
No. This
Okay.
team, Tottenham, needs to prove to me why I need to see them live. They haven't done it 2 seasons. Give away my season ticket, and then I was dipping in and out. And this is the season where I'm like, no.
Well,
why do I need to see them live?
Let's go to Richard's comment here, right? He says,
Yeah.
Zerbi saved us last season by dropping the kids. Now he's making Gray captain. I mean, what the fuck is happening here? Honestly, I'm
Can
lost.
we fucking agree Get
What?
Archie Gray off of the fucking CVHR department. Archie Gray
He
is
shouldn't
a
be in the
shit
leadership.
footballer. He's a shit footballer.
Oh, he's part of the Gray family. Yeah, he's part of the Gray family.
Nepo baby
Oh,
bullshit. No, he's crap.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick to death with the Gray conversation, the Bergvall conversation. Honestly, every
No.
fucking season, it's the same old thing. Same old thing.
No, it's
Ah,
depressing. But I don't
No,
think
Archie Gray does not
Archie
deserve
Gray's a
to be
shit
captain.
player. I don't think Archie Gray's a shit player. He needs to learn a lot before he becomes
What is
a good.
progress yesterday? What is progress tomorrow? What is not now today? He
I,
is crap. Ellie,
well,
he's crap.
I beg to differ. I don't think he's crap. There's something there
Show me
that
how.
is
Give me
raw.
five. Give me five
Well, I
reasons.
saw him
Ellie,
against.
Ellie. Give me 5 reasons why he's not crap. 5 reasons.
5 reasons why he's not crap. He's got a football IQ, I think. Yeah, he knows where to be on the pitch most of the time. His
That is
passing
football
needs
IQ. Go
no,
on.
his passing needs to improve a little bit, but it's not too bad. He needs to hone his physicality. He needs to improve his physicality, right? That's one weakness he's got, right? But I think he's getting there in terms of. I don't think he's crap. Just put it that way. There may be not 5 reasons, maybe 3 reasons I can choose.
What's the
At
3
least,
reasons then?
the 3. Well, he's got a football IQ, I think.
Yeah, I got that.
Right. Second, he's not too bad on the ball.
Not too bad.
The first touch, not so good, but after that, he can progress the ball quite well. Yeah. And thirdly, he's very versatile. You know, he'll fit in anywhere he wants to be played, because at the end of the day, he's not going to get his normal position because he's not at that stage yet. But I think he can get to that stage.
Yeah. So again,
If
potential
he's
isn't what
learning,
we
he's
have
remembering,
now.
he's learning. He's learning. He's not quite the finished article yet, but I think he can improve.
Yeah.
There's some potential there, so I don't think he's total crap.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's total crap, but give me 5 reasons, because all you've given
Well, I've
me
given you
is
3.
you've given me he can progress as a football player and also has kind of a first touch. So I'm doing this. Yeah, what else?
No, I said that he's got football IQ. He's
Yeah, that's
he's
that
got
finger.
awareness. He's got awareness where he should be.
Yeah,
Right?
that's football
Obviously,
IQ. Yeah.
He's learning the game. You know, he needs to progress a little bit quicker though, because he's had quite a lot of opportunities, but I reckon he's got potential to be better. If lots of people see it in him, right? I think he's not quite there yet, but I think he's got the potential to be a lot better. There's something in him. Like, I like his competitiveness. I like his running off the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Okay, you say competitiveness. How has he showed it?
Well, he showed it last year in quite a few games, right? And especially the Crystal Palace game that we lost 3-1 against Atletico Madrid at home. We did lose, but it wasn't his fault that we lost that game. The whole team just didn't perform, but he performed quite well that game. I was at that game with my brother, and a lot of people around me were saying, a lot of people around me like Archie
guys, I don't know
Gray.
why you're arguing over Gray, because Ellie, you would have him out the side tomorrow, wouldn't you? I don't think you're.
No,
I
I
don't
wouldn't
think you
have him
want him
as
in
the
the
first
team.
teamer because he's not quite there yet. He
Yeah,
still
you'd
needs
have
to
him on
learn
a
the
loan.
game. I think we should put him on loan. I think we should put him on loan so he can get proper game time and
Loan
develop
with an
that
option to
game. That
buy.
I
That would
can
be a
see.
good one.
I can see there's something in him that maybe Guy doesn't see or you don't see. I don't know.
I don't see anything in him.
Ellie, I just haven't got
I'm not
patience.
gonna lie.
I
I'm
haven't
not
got
gonna
patience
That's
lie.
it.
for
I
these
haven't got the
players.
patience either
That-
to wait for him to
Yeah,
learn.
we ain't got no patience to wait for these players are going to come good in 5 years.
Of course.
I mean,
That's
I
why we
just,
should put him on loan so he can
just
get game time.
yeah, loan with an
Hence
option
my
to
point.
buy. That'd be a
Yeah.
good one for me. Same with
Yeah.
Bergvall.
We've done that with Vicario, isn't it? Loan with option to buy.
Yeah, just get rid of them. Anyway, guys,
Yeah.
I'm going to shut the show down. I'm tired now. I'm tired. I've had enough. And look, you know, the warning signs were real. They really were. More real than maybe we didn't realise.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the show, guys. Big up to Cookie earlier, Scott as well for joining us. Big up, chat. Smash the like button, subscribe, and all of that. And I'll be back Tuesday night with Nige Beyond the Lane. He's running the show Tuesday, so we'll see what he's got planned for us. We'll be talking about this game, probably talking about transfer window and Charlton on the Wednesday. Charlton on the Wednesday. I mean, Nige bailed out tonight. He messaged me. He said something. To be honest, I didn't particularly believe him. I don't think he fancied it. I just thought there's so much negativity, and you know what Nige is like. He only can deal with so much negativity, and then he'd like jump ship. He was on the watch along with Cookie, and he probably just thought fuck it, I can't do another 2-3 hours of moaning about Spurs. I know Nige. I'll ring him tomorrow or the next day. But anyway, big up to Nige, Pure Coys TV. Go and give him a sub. Give Guy a sub and Ellie as well, and follow her on X and TikTok.
Yeah.
And yeah, big up everyone. Instagram. Take care of yourselves and enjoy your Sunday. Go and have a nice Sunday roast or something. I don't know. Forget about Spurs.
Birthday cake.
Nothing ever changes. Yeah, enjoy your birthday, Guy, tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Big up everyone. Good night.
Happy birthday, Guy.
Bye-bye.
Fucking funny.